guest on the podcast, bro. You know, this only episode 4. It's doing pretty good. You feel me? And
Yeah, bro.
before we get into it, I really just want to state the purpose of this. Shout out to the 14, by the way. I really want to state the purpose of this. And by the way, Steph said, "What's up, bro?"
No, I appreciate it. It'll be good stuff.
All right. So the purpose of this is really it's not we not sitting here interrogating people. You feel me? We just want to get to know the guest a little bit better. Now, there are some things, you know what I'm saying, that Jen does not want to disclose to the public. So those things we're going to stray away from. Besides that, though, bruh, Jen, go ahead and introduce yourself to the people, bruh.
Like, what up, everybody? Basically, I run the Eyeso community page. You know, a community that's built around supporting all of our Eyeso brothers, whether you're new and you've got 3 or 4 subs, or you're a seasoned vet and, you're like a big YouTuber with 1 million subscribers. It doesn't matter. Like, we're all trying to communicate with each other and just build something positive. And that's what I've been doing since 2K19. And yeah, man, like that's the main thing that like people know me for. But I started doing my own little grind on YouTube and stuff like that, just trying to kind of like build a little community and spread more positivity as well. So that's really the vibe.
Yeah, I fuck with that. I fuck with that, bro. Now, background with me, I remember when you first started the ISO community, bro. And it's like, man, it's come a long way. That's all I got to say, bro. It came a long way because coincidentally, you started the ISO community page around the same time that I started my Twitter page. That I really started to really go on Twitter. And it's like, I don't know, I was there from the beginning, and it's just crazy to see how it started. You know what I'm saying? And what it is now. It hasn't even been that long. You feel me? It's been what, 2 years?
Yeah,
Two, three
it's
years?
like
Like,
just shy. No, it's literally like it was the back end of 2K19. So you're talking like realistically, it's like just under 2 years.
Jesus Christ, that's crazy, bro. That is
Yeah,
crazy.
it's incredible the amount of love and support and the growth as far as like I say, like I know like Steph who was in the chat just before, like Steph was one of the first people when I first started the page that was in like the group chat that we had when it was like
Yep,
10 followers.
I
And it's
remember.
like, yeah, it's crazy to think that like there's those people who was there when we had this like little small community like chat, and then like now like it's like over 10K. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
facts, man. It is crazy. I mean, the way I can really tell is I can go on my followers list and I can see like the people that I've been following. They'll be all the way at the bottom, and like your page is
Yeah.
there. Steph is there. J Dub is there. Like, I didn't even realize J
Yeah.
Dub is an OG for real, for real. Like, bro, it's crazy.
They,
It's crazy.
people don't realize though. That's what's the beautiful thing though, because like people like who like look up to people like J Dove and whatnot because of obviously how much he's grown, which is just beautiful to see. Because like when we started our page, like he had like a couple hundred subscribers on YouTube, and
Yeah.
like he was just trying to build his thing. And it's like now it's a movement, and it's beautiful to see like people who we started with all come together and them grow as well.
Facts, man. It's really crazy. It's really nice to see, bro. I so sorry. I know he's an OG as well. One of the
The weird thing is like he doesn't like. I've said this to him before, so he kind of knows. But like I know him from before I made the ISO community page, but like he don't like know like how and stuff like that. But I knew before that, so it's like what's crazy is I know him before the ISO community page.
J Dub.
No, ISO, sorry.
Oh, I so sorry. Yeah, bro. He's a
Yeah,
cool
yeah,
dude.
yeah,
He's a cool dude. We actually was talking
yeah.
about him last podcast because well, we were talking about how everybody in the community it's like a trend to be like sad. It's almost like it's the theme. It's almost like sadly, it's almost like it's the theme of the ISO community is to be sad. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
like all of the tapes carry that same energy, the same slow music. You know what I'm saying? The
yeah,
same depressing anime clips. So it was like we were talking about ISO sorry because when he dropped his Envision the Light tape, it had that
yeah,
upbeat, you know what I'm saying, that upbeat
yeah.
kind of feeling to it, and I like that for real because it's almost like literally what he's saying, envision the light. You know what I'm saying? Because it was a positive type of vibe. I really liked it for real though.
No,
It was a
I
good take.
really love the tape. I really love the tape because that's why, like, for a long period of time, like I said this on one of the last videos that I did. when I was talking about like the whole ice community on my channel, and I was saying that there was a moment in time where there was I like, dude, like, it's all good and well having like all these like followers and stuff like that, and everybody thinks like, oh, like the ISO community page clout this, that, and the other, and it's like they don't realize that, like I said before, like there was literally kids that were messaging me talking about like ending their own lives because they were depressed, and it's like I remember talking to Steezo about it and saying like, what's the play here, like, and he was saying that like you have to just try and stay positive for them, and you have to maneuver them to a position where they can see that there's more than just being in this darkness, in this depression, and looking at it from that vibe. And then from that day on, a lot of people think it's crazy and weird and stuff like that, but that's why I stopped using like the literal, like the eye symbol and stuff like that, and I started using the sunflower as a positive vibe and as a positive image. And I don't like using the word like isolation anymore. Like I'm more like prefer to use the word solitude now,
Right.
because it's a more positive energy.
Yeah, because solitude is more associated with finding yourself rather than
Exactly.
being alone. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Another thing that I talked about last podcast was transitioning away from the I thing as a person in the community. Like it doesn't matter
Mm-hmm.
what your role is, because you got to realize, dude, like when I first came into the community, everybody had, I know you remember this, everybody had some kind of I in their name, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Everybody. So like it was just the theme, you know what I'm saying? It was like we all looked up to Steezo. That's what Steezo
Mm-hmm.
reps, so we wanted to rep
The
it
big
too.
brother.
But it's like what I had to realize is the people that were actually growing in the community, in terms of, not in terms of dribbling, because at the end of the day, that doesn't really matter if you're not making content. You feel me? But the people that were
100%.
growing in terms of content and that were actually doing stuff with the dribbling, bro, they strayed away from the having the I thing like associated with their name, because they had to, you know what I'm saying, how do I explain it? They had to represent themselves. And that's one thing that I definitely had to learn to do. My name used to be my name used to be Iso Menace, bro. My name used to be Iso
I
Menace.
remember.
I changed my name from Iso Menace to Pat the Menace because I wanted to brand myself as me. I have no problem, trust me, when I'm playing the game, I have no problem with somebody calling me a Steezo clone after I dropped them off. Cause look, shit,
Yeah,
bro,
100%.
call me a Steezo clone, cause I definitely dropped your ass off with the saucy dribble moves, but that's fine. I didn't want to be known as that when I get bigger, and then people be
Yeah.
saying, "Oh, you made it off of Steezo wave, bro." No, I made it off my own wave, and it's crazy because as soon as I did that, bro, my channel it didn't blow up, but it took off for what it was.
Don't you think it's crazy though that nobody turns around and says like, "Oh, you're like an annoying clone if you use screens. Like you're not a Ticino clone if you use
Yeah,
screens."
that
But
is
but
crazy.
but but if you dribble crazy though and you combo up, like automatically you're a Steezo clone. Like it doesn't matter if you don't do glitchy stuff. Even if you do standstill, like they don't call you a Hank clone. Like they don't call you like they don't like that's the
That's
thing. Like
facts.
people don't realize that like that I think the thing is one thing we have to do as a community if we're gonna really grow is stop caring about what people who are using no skill builds are telling us what we are, because that's just the most crazy thing, to allow somebody else to tell you that you're defined by something, but yet they can get away with it even though they're copying Ticino, annoying, whoever you want to pick who uses
Yeah,
screens. we
that's
don't we
facts.
don't turn around and be like, we just don't. But the other thing as well is though is what you mentioned as well about the whole development of how like people have branded themselves. I thought what was really interesting is and I think it was due to the fact that like Steezo and Swante and all these kind of dudes, they'd been doing the whole kind of Naruto vibe for a long period of time,
Mm-hmm.
and I think because of that obviously is affiliated with them, and we have to pay dues and say like these two are goats, like no matter what people's thoughts are on Swante or Steezo, the fact is like these are OGs, and we're growing now where years ago anime wasn't you were a proper like little geek type thing, you know what I mean, you get bullied, picked on if you liked anime. Now that you've got girls who are fucking cosplaying on Twitch with the titties out and everything like that, and it's like it's acceptable because like anime is acceptable now, like everybody watch it. You've got your favorite NFL players, NBA players, celebrities, they're all talking about the favorite, and it doesn't even have to be like Dragon Ball Z or Naruto anymore. They're talking about all different kinds of anime, and I think that's beautiful because now you've got people who are using different animes and different imagery to kind of portray themselves. It doesn't just have to be you have to have I or ISO in their name. and you don't have to just have a Sasuke or Pain, um, you know, display
Yeah,
pick.
that's facts, bro. It is crazy because they've been doing that for so long, bro. Imagine like
Mm-hmm.
how hard it is, like the whole world. Because back then, it's like there was no in between. It's either if you like anime, you were weird, bro. Like,
Mm-hmm.
like so. Imagine
100%.
how it is for them to literally rep that shit on the video game, bro. Because yeah, Steve's been doing that shit forever, bro. It's crazy. But I ain't
Same
gonna
as
lie.
Swansea. Though Swansea's the same. Like, but people need to pay the dues with Swansea. I feel like I know, like he's a hothead and everything like that, but like he's always
Yeah,
shown
he
love.
is.
He's always shown love to me though. So like I don't ever dog anybody who's always shown love to me. Do you know what I mean? So.
I just feel like with Swante, bro, you can't come at him wrong, bro. Because the thing about Swante, bro, he don't go from 0 to 1 to 2. No, that nigga goes from 0 to 100. You can say one thing wrong to Swante, and he will snap on you like he's trying to hurt your feelings, bro. That's one thing about Swante, bro. I ain't gonna lie, like
Yeah, but the thing is, people say that about me when I block people, but it's just like dead ass. I can't be like, I just can't deal with that whole energy. Like, do you know what I mean?
yeah,
I don't mind
man,
having a debate with
bro.
people, but some people turn around and get real fucking in the feelings.
This is my thing, bro. Like this is goes out to anybody that's trying to survive in the community, like. Just stay away from controversy, bro. It doesn't matter what it's about. It don't matter if it's about a dribble
hmm
move or anything, bro. Just stay away from it, bro. Because as soon as you get blocked, you're gonna be mad because what people don't realize, and me and Payne was talking about this earlier today, bro. You know what I'm saying? He had called me, hit me up. So we was talking about this earlier today. What happens is, bro, people that are up and coming in the community, small dribblers, because you gotta realize you do help put a lot of people on the map, bro. We don't know a lot of these dribblers that you be retweeting, bro, but their clips be
hmm
fire. You know what I'm saying? So they have potential.
100,
All they gotta do is get
100%.
their name out there a little bit. So when we see
hmm
these clips and stuff, you know what I'm saying? These are up and coming people, probably with like 50 subs on YouTube, or maybe even less than that, maybe 100. And then the thing about it, bruh, when these people fuck up and they start getting into commotion, we already know what you about. You see that and you just straight up block them because you don't want anything to do
Yeah,
with the negativity. And what that
but
does for them, bro, it takes their access away from the whole platform. People don't realize that until it's too late.
the thing is like I don't do it for the sake of like because there's some people who have like they're still like well known within our community and stuff like that. And you know what? Like I always say, like I wish them nothing but the best. Like I don't want to see anybody not succeed. But my thing is that like I don't have to help you.
Yeah, definitely not
Do you know
entitled.
what I mean? Like I don't owe anybody anything. Like literally that page. Like I always say, nobody's been in the community consistently more than me because it's
Facts.
like every day I'm retweeting fucking hundreds of clips, dozens of clips, videos, links, streams, whatever it may be, dribble, like clips, whatever it is. And it's like I do that every day, and it's like nobody does that more consistently. And the thing is when I'm doing that, it's just like just talk to me like a person. Like you don't have to be disrespectful. You don't have to be rude. And it's like there's kids now that like they come through with this troll energy, like this fucking this bitch 6ix9ine kind of attitude, and it's like go back to TikTok. Like we don't need you here. Like we don't. We don't need that. We don't need these like I don't even mind like TikTok dribblers. I just don't like the attitude of TikTok dribblers because
Bro, it's
like
crazy. I didn't even
they're
know
weird,
that was a
mad
thing,
weird.
bro. I didn't even know TikTok dribbler was a thing. I'm not that hip on TikTok. Like I downloaded it, I posted on there a few times. I just deleted it, but I didn't know TikTok dribblers was a thing, bro. But I've seen a lot
Dude,
of clips like from TikTok, and I don't even know. Never seen the people on Twitter before. I don't know. That's weird.
they're just mad weird, and it's like I'm not going to name names, but like there were some people that was going at Quan and some other people like and that were coming at me and stuff like that. There were these
You
like
can't go at
TikTok dudes.
Quan, bro.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to give them no airtime, so we won't say names. But like these
Oh no,
people,
now I know
yeah,
exactly
yeah,
what you're
yeah, yeah,
talking
yeah,
about.
yeah.
Oh
You know
shit.
what I'm talking about. It
Yeah,
was
yeah,
coming
yeah.
at Quan and whatnot. But like, so like he's turning around talking shit to him. He's turning around talk shit to me, and it's like who like I'm not saying you have to like be at a person's feet. You don't have to praise anybody or like treat anybody like they're a god or anything. I'm just saying just be respectful because it's like you start talking sideways. That controversy is good for like a day. People know who you are for a day,
Facts.
but then nobody's gonna know who you are after that because nobody cares. Like nobody cares.
Yeah, that's facts, bro. And that's one
Whereas
thing
like
you can't.
people like Sorry, like look at Sorry. Sorry's one of the most like beautiful guys like in the community. Pause, but like he helps everybody. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, but that's the thing, though. Like, he helps everybody. Like, that's a beautiful soul. Like, that's willing to go out of his way and do nothing but help people. I've literally witnessed him turn around and follow people and message them and talk to them and help them with their editing. He don't have to do that, but he
Yeah,
does.
he helped me with my editing, bro. That's crazy. He said, bro, I asked him one thing, and he sent me like a whole instruction manual on how to do that shit step by step.
hmm He's a good dude, and that's the point, though. It's just like we need more of that. That's what we need. Like, we need that energy.
Yeah, bro. I feel like I try to give that kind of energy off, bro. You feel me? But I just
Yeah.
the thing about me is though, bro. I don't know. After seeing how ugly shit can really get in the ISO community over nothing, it's like because
hmm
what I realize is a lot of these dudes are kids, bro. So it's like
hmm
I just try to stay out of a lot of stuff, and I stayed for the longest. I probably stayed under wraps and didn't talk to a lot of people in the ISO community. But it kind of got tiring because it's like you know what I'm saying. I just wanted to connect with more people, you know what I'm
hmm
saying, and show love. Like I don't know what it is about me, but I just like showing love. It's weird. Like to me, it's
It's the best
weird.
thing to do, though.
Yeah, it is. You feel me? And it feels good at the same time. So I started reaching out, and that's kind of how I got into DK because I don't know. I was just started communicating with a lot of those people, bro. And yeah, that's how it really happened, bro. But DK, I ain't gonna
They're all
lie,
good
bro.
dudes, man.
Bro,
They're all good dudes, man.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. We on the rise, bro. DK, yeah, we up there.
I was talking about the other day, though. I was saying the other day, like, I remember tweeting out the other day, I didn't even tag you all because I just thought, what's the point? Because, like, if you don't know, you gotta know. Like, if you don't know, you need to go and, like, it's not for me to, like, like, shout out you guys because, like, the work that you're already doing and a lot of the guys, there's some people that I don't mess with in like, your clan, but there's a lot that I do. Like, I'd say there's a good, like, 80% of the dudes that I do mess with. And it's like, that's the thing though. It's like there's a lot of talent, there's a lot of good people, and I think the creation is. I remember when like I am was a clan, and I remember like everybody was like trying to hop on that bandwagon, and it kind of went a little bit sour because there were a lot of toxic people in that. Whereas I
Mm-hmm.
feel like DK, it's the complete opposite. I feel like it's everything that I feel that if because I remember a lot of people turning and saying to me like, why don't you make a clan or like is the ISO community a clan? And I was like, no, it's a hub for people in the community. But I feel like DK is what if I could make a clan, that's what I want it to be. Like the people that are in it are the people I want it to be in that clan because there's talent, there's heart, and there's just good vibes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I noticed too. That's one of the reasons I joined. It's like the thing about DK is like I feel like it assembled out of love, and that's what a lot of clans
hmm
don't do. Like they assemble because they want to help each other gain clout and blow up. That's like it's not wrong, but at the same time, if the intentions aren't pure, 9 times out of 10 it's not gonna work, bro. Because you're always gonna have tension between the members, bro, and who's hotter than who has control over this, over that. You know what I'm saying? We saw the same thing happen with what was it, Hundo DF?
hmm
Saw the same thing happen with that, bro. He was in the clan, but he was basically not in the clan.
You say with Chalk and you see it with Chalk and other people, like, do you know what I mean? And that whole AE thing, like, there's plans that get made and they're just not made for the right reason. Like, when you were talking about Payne before, literally the only reason me and Payne linked up was because he was a part of the ISO community, but then he hopped on that AE train and it came
Yeah,
through. Yeah, but, like, this is the thing, but, like, I ended up linking with Payne and saying, like, look, you don't want to mess with all that. Like, you can do more by being yourself. You don't need to be a part of AE because that wasn't, in my opinion, and I stand by this when people were defending Chalk, like, and he was coming at like poor boy and stuff like that, and then at the end of the day, like everything came to the light that Chalk is a bitch, and like I'm not like a guy with negativity in my heart, but like that is one of the few people that I look at and go like that guy is just not a good dude, like he isn't, and me and Payne become very close over time because obviously I had my best intentions of making sure that he didn't fall into that trap of being spun all the bullshit that Chuck was trying to spin.
yeah, bro. That's crazy. I met Payne the same way, bro. And I was like,
Yeah,
when this man messaged me, I'm like, bro, this nigga's in AE. What is he doing talking to me? I did not
yeah,
like
that
that
was
AE
so
shit, bro.
weird.
This man messaged me his link, bro. I don't even know how we ended up. I think he just asked me to run and we started running, bro. Like that man is like he's probably the closest person to me in the ISO community, bro. He's such a cool dude, bro. Such a cool
100%.
dude, bro. And sometimes I forget this man is not even black. Sometimes he just like. Matter of fact, speaking of, like it's like he's raceless, bro. If you didn't see this man, you could not tell what race he is because
No, for
he's just
sure.
cool, bro.
He's
Matter
a
of,
good dude, man. Good dude.
matter of fact, my boy in here right now. He just joined up.
That's
Yo,
good,
you guys
man.
can hear me?
Yes,
Yeah, I
sir.
can hear you, bro.
All right, awesome. So sorry about the delay, fellas. Got called into work, and it's just been a little bit of nonsense over the last half hour or so.
It's
You
all good,
good,
bro.
bro? Ain't no pressure, bro. Ain't no pressure.
Awesome. So, what we've been talking about so far, you guys?
Shit, we talked about. Damn, I don't really even know how about I backtrack this, but we talked about the thing we talked about earlier about why people are getting blocked and how they lose their platform because they're
Right,
worried about the wrong things. You know what I'm saying? And then instead of staying out of the controversy, they dive straight into it. We
right.
also talked about shit. How what else did we talk about, bruh? We talked
I
about
think like I
re
think it was mainly just kind of like how the whole kind of page and the development of the community. I think like
yeah,
correlating with itself, like both of them correlating with each other.
yeah,
I think that's
facts,
the best kind of way of putting it.
yeah.
And we were just talking about you when you was in AE,
All
head ass.
right, motherfucker. We
Oh
gonna
my
bring that shit
god, bro.
up.
Chalk,
Hey,
Chalk the
when
Godfather.
you talk about Goku, you don't talk about first form Goku. You talk about Super Saiyan
uh,
Goku. Goddamn it!
that was
Don't kick me at my lowest, bro.
I'm dead as
that was
hell.
rough, man. That was real rough. At least you didn't pay to get in or anything, so that's good.
Right.
Wait, that's a thing. People paid to get in AE.
Hell
People,
yeah.
so the way that you got it, for people who don't know about AE, it was what was it called? Always, what was it? Evolving, or what was it called?
I don't even remember, bro. All I
It
remember was as
was, I feel like
always.
there's some salty moment I've just brought up, but like, but the basic premise of it is everybody. It was basically the Eyeso community. Basically, Chuck used his platform to make his own kind of Eyeso community, his own like version of it as a clan. And basically, what he did is the way you joined. Anybody could join. The only thing is you had to change your user on
Yeah. Oh, I
PlayStation
do
or
remember
Xbox
this.
Yeah.
This man
to
was
have
about to
Which
get
AE on
paid.
it.
was in like a evil genius kind of way. That shit was really smart. And I mean,
Yeah,
enough
yeah.
people have said what they need to say about Chalk. I don't really feel like I need to say much more about him. But on one level, it was smart to market
Oh,
in
for
that type
sure.
of way.
It's like evil genius shit, isn't it? Like that's what it is.
Yeah.
But it all came to the light, didn't it? That like he was just a fucking manipulator. That's all. So
Everything always comes out, man. You know this.
Yo,
yeah,
that's
for sure.
crazy though. Like these people would literally like just hop in this park and watch him play, bro. That's a clan.
Yeah,
Yeah, bro.
and then it got like around about like I don't know, say like 5, 6, 7, 8,000 followers on Twitter. And then when it got to so many of it, because there were loads of these guys that weren't in the AE chats. And I remember all of a sudden they posted this like little disclaimer thing of like they're having a full reset of the entire clan and they're gonna have like a core people and all the people that was the core members, like the members that were in the chat, were all people that were clouded. Like all people that
Yep.
were clouded. They just kicked out everybody who changed the name to AE. So then everybody who had AE in the Twitter name just disappeared from my feed.
It was all just a scheme to get quick support.
Yeah, that's all it was.
That's
That's
devious,
all it
bro.
was.
Yeah, it was.
Man's a demon, man. But it's
Facts, bro.
he is like, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't hate the hustle, but like, I hate the mentality of how you can. Because like, there's a difference between like being able to create something and make it work for like an overall big picture. But I don't know, man. Like, it's weird. It's weird. I don't know.
It's the reasons why he did it.
Yeah, exactly. But he got exposed, so
Yeah, as he should have.
Yeah. Only one true ISO community. I mean, I feel like out of all, I'm not sure. It's always the meme of like the screen community or whatever. But I honestly don't feel like there's another strong, tightly knit community like the ISO community. Throughout a lot of video games, not just 2K, but as far as like a lot of video games where people tend to connect and network with each other, I haven't seen anything like it, bro.
the amount of the amount of slasher societies and fucking scream communities and shoot over those communities that I've seen over the since I started is incredible. But and when I remember when there was another ISO community that started after us, and then like that disappeared after like 2 months, 3 months,
Right.
because like everybody see the thing is about it, right? What people don't understand is everybody thinks that it's like it's really easy just to like run the page and stuff, and it takes no effort. But it's like people don't realize like how much effort like I have put in and how much effort I do put in. And like I say, like I've spoke to you in the DMs about like certain stuff, you know what I mean? Like which obviously will stay there, but like when we've talked about like strategizing to do certain things and just general like advice and life and stuff like that, and it's like I do that with a lot of people because some people need somebody to talk to sometimes, you know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong
Right.
with that. And the crazy thing is those people don't realize that there's a lot of stuff to the side. And yeah, it's everybody thinks that they can just start up a community and they can just get 10,000 followers in year and a half, whatever. And it's like it just doesn't work like that. It just doesn't.
And see, I don't know if maybe you can speak to this a little bit, Jen, but I think that if you were to look at it from the perspective of there's a parallel between building a successful YouTube community and building a successful Twitter community in the style that you did that. It's the same amount of effort and dedication you would put into building, a regular fan base that goes into building something like what you built on Twitter. And I think people kind of overlook that.
There's one word that just describes both of them is consistency. That's it.
Right.
You just gotta have to be there. Like I know with YouTube it's different because you've got like algorithms and you've got like certain videos might do better than others and stuff like that. But it's like
Mm-hmm.
if you do something consistently, if you just upload every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, or if you just do every Monday, Thursday, Sunday, like if you are consistent enough, and anything will grow,
Right.
like anything. And I think that what people don't understand is, and this is one of the one things that I will say that's kind of I feel like over this past since 2K20, I'll say like the middle of 2K20 onwards, and 2K21 and current gen and next gen. I feel the biggest problem with the community right now is we make too many excuses now. I'm not
Right.
saying next gen is great. I'm not saying current gen 2K21 is great. I'm definitely not saying fucking 2K20 is great. The thing is though is when people turn around and say, like this game's ass, I'm not uploading. But then there's people like Cole, there's people like Poor Boy. These guys, I remember watching them in 2K18 when everybody went to Fortnite, when Davis went to Fortnite, when Cash went to Fortnite, when Adrian went to Fortnite, when everybody went to Fortnite, annoying everybody. Everybody
I
went to
know Ty
Fortnite.
did too. Tycino went to
Yeah, yeah.
Fortnite as well.
100%. But he did hit legend in 18 though. So like in fairness, like once you do that, you can do whatever the fuck you want. In my opinion, like
Right.
if you're willing to grind on 2K18 to legend, then you go ahead and do whatever the fuck you want. Like you earned that
Facts.
shit. But you know what I mean? Like come on. But the thing is though is like they're still uploading videos daily, but you're not. Like don't tell me you're hungry when you're not willing to do what people who are eating are doing. You can't. Like, I'm sorry, but like, people want to make up excuses. This game's ass like that, but you're still playing it, but you're not putting out content. So you're doing it for free.
Facts. When you could be chopping that up. I mean, it's so like I'm a victim of this as well, and I will say, I've used the excuse of having things going on in my personal life, which is true, but
Yeah,
you can always find a creative way to turn something, even if it's just some of those shorts, because there are some shorts on YouTube, and I know everyone sees them, but some of those shorts take
hmm
off. Like some
yeah,
15 second to 60-second clips with like
100%.
20 million, 50 million views. And even something like that, if you're just, dropping a short every so often, if people see that consistently, they'll still subscribe.
100%. And there's so many different ways that you can be creative with. Like, I vividly remember watching Cole specifically and he would do like dribble sigs from like different 2Ks or from like previous ones and find the similar moves from it that were in 18 and he'd use them, or he was finding moves that like the professor used, and he made like
Right.
he literally dresses his my player like professor, and it's like it's not hard to do, like, even for banter with a 60-year-old, like a 60 overall, pardon me, like 5'6" playmaker, like 5'7" playmaker. Just do it for the fucking 10-minute video. Like, it doesn't have. You don't have to win. You don't have to win games to make
Facts.
entertaining content. You
And I
don't.
think that's a
There's
misconception.
there's
That's
bad players
facts,
in
bro.
everything. There's bad players in every community. Like my favorite YouTubers to watch over the past few years was Laserbeam, from like more known for Fortnite,
Right.
but like that dude like is above average at Fortnite, but the players he's playing against are vastly better than him, and he's losing a lot. But people find him entertaining, even if he's not winning. Like, it's not about just winning. Like, not everybody's going to have like a 95 plus fucking win percentage. And in fairness, those people are going to the league, and if they go to the league, they're not earning the money that you could be in on YouTube being an entertainer.
Exactly. Like I saw someone break it down into is like there's like three different types of YouTubers for gaming. Typically, there's the type that are like the best, and people are willing to
Mm-hmm.
tune into them just because they know that they're going to see the highest level of gameplay that there is to view
Facts.
from their channel or whatever it is that they stream on. And then there's the people that just have an amazing personality and are naturally funny, or naturally have a little bit of a something within them to be able to get people entertained and keep them watching. And then there's the people that do both. But in
Yeah,
our reality, the people that have the highest potential is just the people that can actually entertain you. Because even if they're doing good, even if they're doing bad, you're still gonna get a consistently entertaining experience with them.
no doubt. It's like, look at, say, for example, like, say Laserbeam as being a guy who's not great at video games, but he's really entertaining. You look at somebody
Mhm.
like Korikenshin, who's a mixture of both. But then you look at, say, somebody like Shroud, who gets a lot of,
Yeah,
following and whatnot, and that's because he's a monster, like he's a demon. Do you know what I mean? Like, you don't
yeah,
have to be one or the other. You can just be whoever you want to be. But I think too many people they want to get a 21-0 game, and it's like, nobody cares if you 21-0 somebody. It's like, if you have a fun game, like one of my favorite videos of watching of G-Man's is the ones when he's like playing with all his friends, like his
yeah.
IRL.
Facts. They
Like
just be
they
geeking out.
yeah, like they were just talking complete and utter nonsense, complete and utter nonsense, and that's the best videos for me. Like, I like, we all like different, like, content creators for different reasons, but at the end of the day, you don't have to be one or the other. Like, you just be you. Like, if you're creative, be creative. You know what I mean? Like, be that artistic dude if that's what you are. If you're more
Right.
entertaining and you like doing the memes and all that kind of stuff, that's cool too. Like, because it's you, that's all that matters. Like, nobody cares.
Yeah, I can definitely agree with that, bro. And I think another thing that kind of goes into that too is just, a lot of people look up to these guys and kind of feel a connection with them, and that's kind of what brings them into their community. And a big thing with that too, another variable is how relatable you are to those people. Not everyone is going to be able to relate to you, 21 skunking most of the people that you play, but I guarantee you a lot of people can relate to you. You know what I mean? I think me and Pat talked to somebody about doing a struggle mixtape. I think it was Sir
Yeah,
Lot
it
that we
was Sir
talked to about
Celo.
that.
Yeah,
Like, you can, if you put out that funny content, and you might not be the best, but more people
yeah,
will be able to relate to that.
yeah.
Man, I got a
There's
video.
more bad players than good players.
Right.
That's facts,
Yeah,
because most of the community's casuals. But I got a
yeah.
video coming out of me getting dropped off by a nigga using a Zen, bro. Nah, matter of fact, not even one nigga, bro. Whole team, bro. Whole team of niggas using Zens, bro.
That's fucking
Yo,
craziness.
that shit was painful,
Oh,
bro.
man.
But like, I remember watching like
Devious.
Nick Merckx, who does like videos where he's going against like hackers and stuff like that, and they do crazy numbers because like people
Hmm.
want to see like the craziness of what people are dealing with because they can all
Right.
relate to it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I
I think that
wasn't.
just goes to show it's a bunch of different varieties of ways that you can put out your content that'll still be successful.
No doubt, no doubt. And that's the great thing about like having like the hub that we have in the ISO community, because like Menace was saying before, like there's moments where there's a guy who's got 10 followers, maybe fucking 20 subscribers, they're all his friends from high school or whatever like that, but it's like if he drops a fire clip, like he's gonna have like 50, 60, and within the space of one clip, because everyone's like, who's this new guy, like, do you know what I mean? And that's the beautiful thing about like having this hub of a community, because you're gonna have like 10,000 people that are going to potentially see your clip.
That's crazy, bro. Cause when Next Gen first came out, one of the people that I found and followed, and I like all of his clips faithfully, bro. Cause this nigga's really a demon on Next Gen. It's this dude named Eyeso Gunner. I don't know where he came from. You feel me? But
Yeah.
when Next Gen came out, he started going crazy, bro. Ain't gonna lie, that boy is a demon. Anybody that
It's,
can
it,
that can make Next Gen look glitchy, bro, I salute to you, bro. Cause that game is the dribbling on that game is so bad, nigga. Literally, all we do is run back and forth. No
Yeah.
fucking cap, bro. You run
Dead
backwards, do a
ass.
half spin between the legs, behind the back, or CP3. Like, damn, that shit's sad, bro.
I
And
think,
see,
yeah, it's crazy.
That boy's
I've
crazy.
actually seen there's a lot of parallels right now between the Dead by Daylight community that I've recently joined and the 2K community, because 2K21 next gen, a lot of people don't like the movement. There's a lot of things that they feel like need to get looked at that the developers are kind of overlooking. And in the Dead by Daylight community, they just dropped a patch that changed the player movement and the way that a lot of things work in game. And I see a lot of people that were making a lot of content slacking off, but it's the people that still find a way to be creative, who's still pulling in numbers, still getting the same amount of subscribers gained week in and week out. So it's not just 2K. That's content creation as a whole.
Yeah, I think the biggest problem with like video game content, as well, creating video games as far as it's concerned right now, is there's a lot of inconsistencies, because like we're getting a lot of games now where like, and I think this has been a thing since like the PS4 kind of generation, like Xbox One kind of generation came around, and I feel like a lot of games come out now and it's like you get a patch day one, and that's crazy to me. Do you know what I mean? That like I remember playing video games, you got the game, and like that was
Just play
the
that
game. Like, yeah, like if there was a glitch in it, like I remember playing, what game was it? I think it was like FIFA. I think it was like FIFA 07 or 08, and there was it wasn't a glitch. It was just if you did this movement and you did this timing from a kickoff, you would score from the halfway line every time,
Oh
like
my
every
god!
time. But that was the thing, though. It was just like if you managed to get in the way of it and prevent it, then you would obviously stop it. But it's like if you didn't, they were going to score. But it's like
Every time.
but everybody knew it, so it wasn't like a
Yeah.
fucking secret. But like people now, it's like we're patching all the time, and I think it's one of the worst things about gaming right now is patches, because the thing is yeah, it's good to change things, but then what about, say for example with 2K, if you spend 300 like 200k VC, and you spent your money, or you've grinded and actually earn all that VC, you make a build because you're like, what, like I want to fade, I want to do like fading threes, because like I can do them on this game, like that's what I need to have, that's the build I
Right.
need to have. And then you like, say you got it at Christmas, and you're like, I've got this now, and then fucking January 3rd comes around and they drop a patch in fucking fades, you just wasted what you've built, because you've seen that that's what the meta is. You built it, you paid for it, and now it's all changed. And it's like, that's like, I see both sides, but it's still like it's unfair in the sense of like if you make a build, like that should be what your build's going to be able to do.
Right. They shouldn't just switch it up on you halfway through.
No,
There's a good way to go about those patches, and there's a bad way.
yeah, it's just inconsistency. That's all.
I can definitely get behind that, bro.
Hey, that boy 252 said what's up to both of y'all, bro.
No,
Oh, what's
appreciate it,
good, my
man.
boy?
It's crazy. Like, I'm seeing all the names because I'm just like watching the chat and stuff like that, and it's just like it's cool seeing like a lot of the names and stuff like that. I'm seeing like about you and whatnot. So it's
Yeah,
cool.
let me hop in chat real quick and see who all in here.
Bro, I just had to address some shit in the chat, bro. That's why I wasn't talking for the longest, bro. It's like so weird.
Somebody was saying like some sus stuff, but I just kind
Bro,
of kept it moving.
yeah, bro. It's Sir Isaac Newton. I don't know who the fuck that nigga is. Oh god, but I had to ban that nigga. I ain't never banned nobody from my channel, but that nigga's annoying.
The thing that's like one of the weird things and I think that's come from TikTok too. And like I know like Aiden was like one of the biggest like fiends for all that stuff, but it's like, dude, if you like dig, then whatever, dude. Like
shit,
kick rocks, but no, but like I don't care. Like I don't care what people do. Like I don't really give a fuck what anybody does with their life. Like go be happy, but it's like don't project it. Yeah, but like that's what I'm saying. Like don't project it onto us. Like we're just chilling here. Like just it's crazy. I don't know. It's a weird thing, but I think that's another like part of this whole like TikTok like thing of like acting sus and stuff, and it's just nah.
That shit's so weird, bro.
Like I said, like there's people in the community that like who I spoke to and stuff like that are like a lesbians, gay, and this that and the other. It's like I don't really care. Like credit, like find love, whatever. But like, please don't be turning around and writing under my tweets like talking all kind of reckless. Like, I don't need to hear none of that.
I don't want that shit in my chat either. This man was just talking about stuff to Steph, bro. Nah, bro.
Nah. You know what I mean? Do you just like Jen said? But I don't know, man. Where I come from, we grew up. We wasn't saying those shit like that, bro.
No, 100%. Like, yeah.
It's just a different age, bro.
Yeah, I've lived in a few countries and stuff, and like in some countries, like you can say certain things, and there's some places like you just do not say that shit because like they will beat it out of you. Like,
yes, man.
Like, goddamn, like this, yeah. I don't know.
One thing that this man said that was interesting though was like, he's like, why don't you show your face? I'm trying to help your podcast grow. I'm like, bro. First of all, bro, I don't need help. And the one thing you gotta realize, dog, my nigga, this ain't no jumper. You feel me? At a Breakfast Club, nigga. This is people in the 2K community, bro. People in the 2K community. You gotta realize. He was like this nigga was basically fiending to see what I look like, bro. First of all, if you follow me on Twitter, bro, I don't delete shit. Right. I don't hide shit, bro. I've shown my face plenty of times on Twitter. Bro.
Yeah.
And then on top of that,
yeah, you should know what Pat looked like by now.
On top of that, bro, like, why would I show my face on the podcast when 90% of the community is not finna show their face, bro? Like, I'm
90% of the community is an anime profile pic.
Yeah, I want everybody to come on here.
I'm feeling attacked right now. I just want to throw that out there. Like, dead ass, like, come on now.
I ain't gonna lie, Jen, bro. You have like the most anticipated face reveal ever, bro. Okay.
I think there's like Steezo, and there's G-Man did his, didn't he, back in the day? G-Man did his back in the day.
I ain't been able to find that shit, but yeah.
Because like he did his like a long time ago, and I know Swante did his a very long time ago. So it's like there's like Steezo and me. I think like they're because like obviously Grinding did his. Do we know what the dolphin looks like? Do we know what Power looks like? I can't remember if we know what Power.
Yeah, we know Power. He's a fucking dolphin.
Yeah, well, I'm saying, but like I didn't know if there was like a real life picture of him in the wild. Like I'm just asking. That's all I'm trying to find out.
Bro, I just want to say this, bro. I don't want to know what that nigga look like because he sound retarded.
Walking through the tall grass.
That nigga sounds retarded, bro. Bro.
Rod's right. Like Swante used to use a face cam back in the day. Because I remember, I think it was UFC 2. I think UFC 2 he used to use a face cam.
Yeah.
I think he used to use a face cam back. But like, I think you're right though. I think there's like, for somebody who doesn't like, I'm not like a YouTuber like all these other dudes and stuff like that. Like,
Swan used to have like cornrows, dude.
Yeah, like Swante's a dude, man. Like, fucking, he's a crazy dude.
Fonte just got the worst fucking sports and music takes I've ever seen in my life, bro.
You do know that he be trolling though, right?
Yeah,
because like sometimes,
I hope so.
Bro, you gotta realize, bro, this nigga.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I think he does this to entertain himself because
bro, 1,000,000%,
bro.
He just wants a reaction so he can start snapping on niggas.
But the way I think about it, like it's no way Westbrook nuts is this far down Swante mouth, bro. Like. I'm a Damian Lillard fan, bro. This man be shitting on Damian Lillard all fucking day, bro.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. That's how I am with D Wade, though, bro. Like, I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I'll always say D Wade is the GOAT just because that's my favorite player of all time, bro.
Right.
That's how he is with.
I'm gonna be that. I'm just gonna be that guy and say that, like, for me, like, I'll defend Michael Jordan to the end of time. Like, that was like,
Yeah,
I remember,
everybody has that
like,
player, bro.
yeah.
Yeah.
But the only thing is,
So
you know what I'm saying? You take that and put yourself in Swante's shoes, where this nigga is like, he's not trying to like hurt niggas' feelings, but at the same
he's
time
so
he is,
funny,
bro.
That
And
man.
motherfucker be trolling,
he's
bro.
super
He's
hostile,
so
bro.
funny.
Like he's super hostile, but he just really be having fun, bro. It's hilarious.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, is right. So the thing is he does, like, when he gives all that energy, right, and he's snapping, like, when people literally start cowering or trying to, like, bite back at him, internally, you know, he's laughing at your ass. Like, that is what
Yes,
he's
bro.
doing.
Yes, bro.
So, like,
That's
that's
why he
why,
wanted to
like,
do it.
yeah, like, this is why people are so stupid. Like, this is why I don't entertain people, like I was saying before, when it comes to the
Yeah.
whole blocking thing, because people will try and get, like, a rise out of me, and I'm like, no, you can just be irrelevant. Like, you can just, like, that's the why am I going to argue with you? Like, what's the point? And like, I've spoken to Swante a million times, like, in the DMs, and he's like a good dude. I remember once that he said something, I can't remember what it was, because, like, I don't want to be like, you know, that guy, but, like, he said something, I was like, he's serious, like, because I thought he was, like, trying to, like, press me. And he was like, "No, what are you talking about? It's Twitter." And I was like, "Right, I'm just making sure," because, like, I was like thinking, like, he's really gonna fucking test me, like, on in, like, fucking DMs. But, like I said, he didn't. He was like, "No, like, this is Twitter. Like, relax. Like, I'm just having a joke." And I was like, "Cool." But that's the thing, though. I think that, like, there's some people who, like, try to, like, act like they're, you know, like, they've got the biggest dick in the world when they're, like, trying to talk to Swante, because, like, as if he's gonna be impressed. He's not going to be
Yeah,
impressed when you're trying that
nah.
like a tough guy. Like, it's the internet, it's Twitter. Like, grow up. Like,
If
he
you don't
don't
take
care
it
about
serious, he
you.
ain't gonna take you serious.
Oh no, like, that's why I think that, like, when people say, like, "Oh, I can't stand this guy because he blocked me," and, yeah, I can't stand. It's like, well, what did you do? Like, realistically, what did you do? Because sometimes there'll be many men, and we all know them, that will be turning around, and I've seen this so much over the past, like, year and a half, that dudes will be turning around and be like, still talking about me from being blocked from, like, a year and a half ago. Still talking about me. And
Right.
it's like, are we seriously doing that still? Like,
Move
come
on,
on.
bro.
Yeah, like, who cares? Like, seriously turning around and being like, "Oh yeah, blocked me because, like, told him how it was." Like, no, he didn't. You spoke disrespectfully. I tried to talk to you in a cool, chilled manner. You tried to act the tough guy. You got blocked, like, because you wanted to be an asshole. Like, that's all it was. Like, that's all it was. People want to be so, like, they want to be so alpha, and it's like, to me, that just literally screams how beta you are.
Yeah.
It's facts, bro.
I did want to get both of you guys' takes on this, though. I know, we're a part of the ISO community when it comes to 2K, but I wanted to see what you guys think about as far as the best ISO players in the NBA.
Kyrie Irving.
Kyrie's the dude,
Kyrie,
innit? I think like
respect.
modern day. I
Kyrie's
think
arsenal
modern
is
day right
fucking
now.
ridiculous, bro.
Yeah,
Honestly, yeah, I don't
dead
know if
on.
y'all agree with this, but I feel like James Harden is the best ISO player in the NBA.
No, I'll tell you why right now.
See,
You
yeah,
gotta
go on.
realize how many points James Harden scores at the free throw line, bro. That right there
Yes.
alone will put Kyrie over him, bro.
Yeah,
I
but at the same time, we're not, when they ISO in the NBA, getting to the free throw line is a part of that too. Because if you can get to the
I
free throw line,
It
that's an efficient
is,
look.
but that shouldn't be most of your points though.
yeah, that he's got a good point. Like,
Like,
that's like, if you're scoring
But at the
35
but
a
same
night and
time,
you're
but
getting
look, look,
10,
look,
15
look,
points
look.
from the free
Drawing a
throw
foul
line,
is
that's
a
like,
skill. Don't get me wrong. Drawing a foul is a
yeah,
skill,
yeah.
but I wouldn't consider that as a ISO skill. You know what I'm saying? ISO is
I wouldn't say it's a
when you cook your
talent.
defender and you make the shot,
But let's not
or you
sit
get
here
the
and act
assist.
like James Harden don't be cooking his defender too, though.
Yeah, he
Oh,
do.
dead out. Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he
has some of the
does.
nastiest
But
clips you've ever
but
seen.
bro, Kyrie though, bro, over Kyrie.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
no, I'm
no,
not
Kyrie's the dude,
necessarily
man.
Oh,
saying that
okay.
Kyrie
Yeah,
isn't
yeah. I say James
an
Harden is over for
amazing
sure.
ISO player, but I think
I mean,
Kyrie, James
yeah.
Harden,
It's not that many
KD,
dominant ISO players in the community, so I definitely have to
I,
put James Harden
I
up
will
yeah,
there.
say this though, like, I know, like, obviously we're talking now, but we have to put some, like, real respect on D Rose. By the way, can we
Yes,
just
sir.
please mention the Rose was
boy,
a
ooh,
monster, prime Rose, pure, because, like,
yeah,
I've got a lot
bro.
of love for
Watching
I've
his
got a lot of love
highlights
for
still give me
yeah,
chills.
dude, when he used to yam on Fox, like, come on now, let's be serious right now,
The
because
Dragic dunk,
oh, he's different. Like, he's like, I think that's why a lot of people have so much love for him, because like he never got to have like that potential like met because of obviously their injuries. But at the end of the day, like Westbrook, is a kind of more modern day version of D Rose, but
Yeah, I agree.
D Rose off the dribble, like god damn, like
Bro,
it didn't matter who was in that
I
team, he was
actually heard
getting
about
rammed
something
on.
today. They said they used to call it the Rose flu. So whenever D Rose would be coming to town, motherfuckers would call in sick because they
come
just
on,
didn't want to
man.
play him
Damn.
because they knew they would get fucking exposed,
That's
bro.
that
They would
Jordan effect
literally be
right there.
like,
That's
"Nah,
that GOAT
sorry."
effect, bro.
There's so many. I think what we always have to take into account is, and this is why I don't like the whole like goat debate when it comes to stuff, because I always think like you can't compare people um, like from different generations, because I feel like it's easy
Oh
to say
God,
that
bro.
people are better right now because sports science right now is so evolved. Like you can't
Hell,
compare people
hell
from
yeah.
then to now,
It's like the
and
human race
nutrition
itself
and
is damn near evolved from that time, bro.
yeah,
You got fucking
come on.
bro. You got fucking middle schoolers probably hooping
Hmm.
better than the niggas was in the NBA in the '80s, bro. Like what
No,
the
no
fuck you
doubt.
mad
Like no
about that, bro?
doubt.
Like fucking 7 foot goddamn Timmy Turner come down the fucking court windmilling. Like what the hell, bro?
Look,
No.
if you put Taco Fall in the fucking '70s, he's gonna be putting up fucking Chamberlain numbers.
Oh
Like, do you
God.
know what I mean? Like, but like it's not because obviously. This is the thing. It's we have to appreciate people for the time period. But what I was going to say about D Rose is whenever you hear certain players that are present talking about players like of past, that's what you always have to, played with them when they were rookies and stuff. Like, you have to take into consideration when they're turning around and saying like I remember seeing a Steph Curry interview where he was talking around about D Rose and he was saying like different, like ungodly different, and that's what you have to take into consideration.
Yeah,
Like you don't have to look at people for what analytics and like. I'm not trying to hate nothing that like Kendrick Perkins is saying. Like when he's talking reckless on like on TV shows and shit like that. I'm not because it's just like he
right.
talks so much and it's like that he's getting a he must be getting a paycheck from LeBron and
Like
people like that.
bro,
Do you know what I mean? Like,
same
come
thing with
on.
Skip Bayless always talking about LeBron,
Mhm.
bro. This nigga says the
Mhm.
dumbest stuff, bro. I cannot live with that guy.
100%. 100%. Like he's like he like skips like the negative version, and then you have Kendrick that's the positive version, and both of them just talk out of their ass. Like
Oh God.
no doubt about it. Like I genuinely think like at this point, and this is just my opinion. I think that like it's like when people are talking about. I'm not a big NFL guy, but like everybody's talking about Brady right
What
now,
the
and it's like you can be a different kind of goat. Like you don't have to be the goat who was just the best for like a period of time. Like that window of time, you were the best. Because to me, Michael Jordan was the best for the window of time that he was there. He was the best, like in the league.
facts.
And then when you look at when you look at LeBron James, sorry, the longevity and the consistency makes him a go. I don't
Yeah,
think you have to turn around and say one's better than the other because one will always have this over the other, and one will always have this over the other. So you're never gonna have the fucking definitive answer because they're two different generations. It's like if you
and
look
the
at
other thing is,
sorry,
no, go ahead, bro.
all I was going to say is like when you look at like soccer, like you look at Messi and you look at Ronaldo, they both played in the same period of time. You can make a debate for one or the other because both of them are like the two greatest players in their sport, and you've got a parallel of time where they're literally playing in the same era, same time. So you can make that argument, but you can't do it when one fucking started playing like a few years after the other one left the league at like 40 odd.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I'm at the point now where like, it's fun to talk about it from time to time, but in team sports, I think we just got to stop trying to say who the individual best player of all time is because depending on, you can look at stats, but stats don't tell the whole picture. How many times
100%.
they won doesn't genuinely tell the entire picture. You got to look at their teammates, how they performed on any given night, their level. It's just way too much that goes into it. We just need to appreciate greatness for where it is while we still have
100%.
it.
Because I want to say this to you because I've got a question for both of you. So like obviously when the Warriors went 73-9, but they didn't win a chip. So is that more impressive than the Bulls that went 72-10 but did win the chip?
No,
Nah.
So that's what I'm saying. It's like the
there's no way they
significance of
should have
winning that many
won.
games is it's greatness what they achieved, but yet they didn't finish the job.
Bro,
So it's like,
on top of that, bro, this nigga Steph Curry had his second unanimous MVP, bro. That's
you
tough.
know what I'm saying? Mhm.
Oh, the second unanimous MVP. Yeah, bro.
Mhm.
That boy, bro.
So
I feel like Steph Curry to this day is still underrated.
I agree. I
Underrated.
agree. I do
Yeah.
agree. Yeah, I do agree.
What?
I do agree.
Steph
Like people will
underrated?
go through
In what
phases. People
way?
will go through phases, but people don't really talk about Steph Curry as much as they talk about some of the other biggest stars in the league. Because, like, we can talk about
Well,
LeBron, how his overall full package is bigger than anyone else. We can talk about Giannis being the biggest playmaker, and extremely well rounded. But people still, I mean, we talked about it before, but Steph Curry is still the greatest shooter we've ever seen, and
Undoubtedly.
takes types of shots that no one
yeah.
has ever fucking taken before.
Mhm.
Like the type of pressure that he puts on a defense, no one had ever fucking done that before, bro. And now we got players like Damian Lillard and Trae Young that are doing similar things. I mean, we can talk about how great Michael Jordan and LeBron are, but in all actuality, neither of them had the same impact on the NBA game that Steph Curry had.
I would disagree in one aspect of that statement because when you look at Michael Jordan, like you see the inspirations of players, those like those
Yeah,
twos and those small forwards that kind of play defense and offense. Well, like look at Kobe, like you
this
like
is true.
so you
Yeah, I
look
was
at and
about
the
to
like
say, bro.
Trace McGrady and people
The
like that, and
two-way
you know,
superstar.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So like there's that kind of way, and then when you look at LeBron, like it's undoubtedly you look at some of these like these small forwards like Ben Simmons and people like that. These tall distributing that basically the Magic Johnson kind of builds, but
Right.
LeBron James inspired that over this past 10-15 years. Do you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
then Steph Curry's obviously created this thing where you're kind of like a point scoring instead of a facilitating point guard. And he's had that same impact. So I would say that all three of those guys redefined how the league was when they were there. But I do agree with you that he's underrated just for the simple fact that like people don't realize how much of an impact he actually has because I think a lot of people take away from him because fair enough, they drafted everybody like Clay and Draymond and whatnot, but it's
Right.
like because there was such a super team and so dominant, even during the regular season, I think a lot of people take away from how great he is,
Mm-hmm.
and people always want to heap loads of praise onto LeBron, even though when you look at LeBron, a lot of the teams that he played on were relatively good, other than the first year Lakers. But when people talk, because one of the most interesting facts that I found out, this is only a few weeks I found out this, but the Cavs when he first signed for them and when he first got drafted, um, that team was one of the top defensive teams in the East. So when people turn around and say, just because they didn't have big names, when people turn around and say, oh, that Cavs team was ass, look what he did for them, and he dragged them to the fact, like, right. But we have to take into consideration that, yeah, he was running the offense and he did a great job, and, he was a rookie, and what he did was incredible. But that team was great defensively. And if you can have good defense and somebody that's a generational talent like LeBron, and you say, go and attack, like you're gonna do well. It's not that like we're taking away from LeBron, but it's people want to put his talents to the stars and neglect that his teammates were there too.
Right. Yeah,
But yeah,
it's
I just saw
just
Rocket said about Giannis as well. So like, yeah, Giannis is another one that's inspired by LeBron.
yeah, man. It just goes back to appreciating the talent that we got in front of us while it's still here, man.
Exactly.
Because like if people was thinking like, oh yeah, D Rose is great, but like what about whoop de whoop? And then the next season you don't even get to see that D Rose anymore. You was hating on him because he's not the point guard for
Mm-hmm.
your favorite team, and you could have been appreciating the greatness that he was putting out there every single game. Yeah, well, you just gotta be more positive as a whole, man. Just
I
because
think that
they
like when people
ain't your
walk
team
away,
point guard, don't mean he not great.
I
My
agree.
bad.
I
Go
think
ahead.
that like a lot of players are going to walk away like, and we're going to look and go, damn, we didn't appreciate them.
One of the people I feel like if he was in a bro, all right, I'm gonna say this. One of my favorite and most underrated players, bro, is Jamal Crawford, bro. No cap. He's probably one of my top
No,
five
no, I
Yes,
agree.
all-time favorites, bro.
I agree.
And if he was in a different era, bro, like an earlier
ISO
era,
God,
bro,
bro.
that nigga would have had such a crazy impact on the game. Probably like on a Allen Iverson type level, bro. Because that man, the kind of
Jamal Crawford, ISO
bro, he
God,
has
bro.
his own signature
Hmm.
moves. It's not too many people in the NBA that got their own signature moves, bro. Like,
Yeah,
Facts.
that was never really because like for the Hawks at certain points, and maybe a little bit before that, Jamal Crawford was a star guard, but he was never like at the same level as some of these other guys that got like these signature packages in 2K.
facts.
So he showed he got that shit, bro.
I will say this though, like one of the coolest people that like if you've never heard of him or if like people haven't who are like watching this and listening, like people who like really appreciate all the kind of like crazy dribble moves and stuff like that that we really appreciate and the fancy passes and stuff. People need to go back and look at like Jason Williams, like White
Yes,
Chocolate as
sir.
well.
White chocolate, that boy
And
golden.
and hey, and White Chocolate V1 Pistol Pete too.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm just saying that like people forget that there's these players that like they weren't the biggest of names, like your Allen Iverson, Crawford, and like people like that. But it's like these dudes were putting in work, man, and like they made the game fun. Like if you watch highlights of Jason Williams, like that guy was cooking.
Hey, and other people, if y'all never heard this name, Skip to My Lou.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Skip to
yeah,
My
bro.
Lou
yeah,
was an N1
Yeah,
player that was
you
so
talking about and one
nasty.
yeah,
He
mixtapes,
went
bro?
to the
yeah.
NBA and started doing that shit in the league.
Yeah, I
Just
remember. Hey,
just
Fuck
be
out
grateful
of
we didn't
here.
get people like Escalade in there because
remember
the
Hot
NBA
Sauce
would have been
too?
a whole different problem.
R.I.P. Escalade, bro.
Yeah, facts, facts.
This man was like
It's
400
crazy.
pounds doing people
Could
disgusting. This man was like
you
Jerome
imagine?
Bettis running point guard, bro.
Could you imagine a 400 pounder dishing out dimes like that? Is
I'm
crazy.
saying, bro, hitting some hot sauce moves on your shit. Hell no, bro.
Crazy, it's that guy, man. But that's the thing that like we have to appreciate people's talent, and it goes back to like when we're talking about in 2K, like when
Right.
people are like, there's a lot of times when I see it as well that there's kids who just like they've just learned a new move and stuff like that, and that most of the community is known for like 3 months and like you've only just learned this. Is like, dude, just like give him like he's like, oh cool man, you pulled off the insert whatever the move is. And then just be on your way. Like you don't have to dog somebody just because they've learned a new move. Like I don't know. Dragging people down doesn't raise you up, as I was always growing up.
Yeah. But I ain't gonna lie, I'm probably about to have to hop into work again in a couple of minutes. I want to see if either you guys or anybody in the chat has any questions for me or anything else I can speak on before I head back in there.
Cool, man. I'm down for whatever. Like,
What made you
if
join
you guys have got
AE?
any questions, then yeah.
What made me join AE? Fuck out of
Oh
here, bro.
man,
You
I
ain't
thought
answering
my
that
mic was
question.
muted, bro. I thought my mic was muted, bro.
All
Uh,
right.
That's like that. It's rotten. Like it's just rotten. But the cool thing is though is like those moments though like over this past like year and a half, 2 years and stuff like that, and those moments where it's like obviously I've been able to speak to you and kind of like see you grow within the community as well. So it's like it's cool though that
Right.
there was even those negative things that we saw with A and stuff like that. We obviously got to see great people do great things, and it's like now you've obviously made a name for yourself, and that's something I'm very proud of seeing because like I was saying earlier to Menace, it's like there's people like J Dub when I first started, like the Eyeso community page. I've seen him grow, and it's like I'm getting to see like people like you grow, and it's beautiful to see like all the community growing like steadily as like everybody does.
Yes,
Well,
sir.
it's nice to know that we got one central figure that's always got our back, regardless, bro. Yeah,
Yeah,
I can't lie. I'm somewhat appreciative for the AE shit because, I mean, I'm pretty sure I made my Twitter to be able to connect with the AE chats and shit like that. And if it wouldn't been for that, I might never have stumbled upon the ISO community page.
yeah, like that was
So,
crazy. Like I remember that vividly. I remember that like that's one of those things that like I remember saying to you, like, dude, what are you doing?
yeah, bro. That was a monumental shift and the start of my content creation career. I'm very thankful for the moments that we had when I first got started.
I just look forward to everybody else kind of growing too. So I'm
Right.
hoping because like I don't know what I'm gonna do going forward with like the ISO community page, um, but yeah, I just want to like yeah, I just want to like that's one of the things I want people to know because it's like it's beautiful seeing people like growing and whatnot, and I just hope that we kind of figure out or I can figure out what I'm gonna do with this page to kind of continue helping everybody grow as well.
Right. That shit is definitely appreciated, man.
Yeah, bro.
If nobody else tell you that you appreciate it, just know that we appreciate the fuck out of you, bro.
I appreciate that, my guy. I do, honestly.
For sure. But
What is
Good.
it?
I'm
What
gonna
does
go
rocket
ahead.
mean? Oh, head ass.
Rocket.
Rocket's like wanting to do like trolley fucking questions, but nah, I'm not down for all that bullshit. Like, I'm like down for like I'm down for like fucking questions, but like don't fucking come up without fucking
I
dumb
got a
stuff.
question,
Like,
bro. I
alright.
don't know anything about this, bro. But this man, Fly Kid, because we had him on the last episode. He DM'd me asking if he could come in and ask you some questions. I don't know what it's about, but I don't like. Is there anything
See,
that
me
happened
and him,
between you and Fly?
me and him way back when had a
I'm
falling
gonna slide
out.
out real quick, fellas.
I'll
I
catch you in a
appreciate you
little bit,
guys.
bro.
Bro, we
Take it easy,
appreciate you,
brother.
bro. Be safe.
Um, what was I saying? Yeah, so like me and him had a falling out way back when, and like I've always said, just like we'll just leave it at that. Like I don't. Since that point onwards, I don't have anything to kind of say about him. Like I'm just happy that he's still doing well and he's growing in the community and stuff. So yeah, like I just remember like it was a long time ago when
I feel that.
yeah,
I'm
like I say, it's whatever. So
and I'm already knowing it's like the same situation with at least 100 people, probably more than that, bro. At least
there's
100
300.
people.
I can tell you, there's like 300 and something people blocked. I know
Jesus
that. There's
Christ.
like there's like 300, and that's over the course of like I say, what like 18 months to 2 years, 18 months to 2 years. But like some of those people as well, what you've got to take into account is some of them are like Screen community, pages, and
Yeah, bro. Yeah,
I'm
that shit was
fucking
so
dead ass
hilarious, bro.
serious.
I remember seeing that page. I'm like, bro, like, what? Rocket ass.
Rocky doesn't know who I was before then. So.
Mm,
I 1,000,000% know he doesn't. So 1,000,000%.
I remember who you are, and I didn't at the same time. What does that
Nah,
even
he don't
mean,
know who I am.
Rocket? It's vague.
He 1,000,000% doesn't know. There's how do I think? There's probably well, like I say, like they don't like people. The pages that I had before, like yeah, I mean, like the account that I had before, like my own personal one before, like there was only a few people who I followed near enough straight away when I made the ISO community page, and like none of them know. Like there's literally nobody knows.
I'm about to say
Like
because I
nobody
don't
knows.
even know.
Literally nobody knows. Like nobody. Cause the amount of people that like I added like Steph and like Sorry and people like that when I made the page and stuff like that, and I made the group chat and stuff like that. The amount of times that I used to get asked, like for the longest time, people used to think it was Steezer.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. Like that's kind of weird though. I wouldn't expect it to be Steezo. Like you got to think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Steezo has no reason to create a ISO community page. Like
Mm-hmm.
his community is already established, bro. Literally.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like it didn't need to be, but you know what I mean. So like for the longest time, people used to think that. What was the dude called now? Ah, there was a what was his name? There was a guy who, when I first started, oh God, there was a guy who had like I in his name, and I can't remember what his name is now off the top of my head. But like he had his like I think he had his like face reveal leaked or something like that, and I think he was like Asian looking, and like people were dogging him for the longest time because he was like really sleazy and like really like like I can't remember what his name was. God damn, that's gonna bug me right hell. Shit, there was a dude anyway who was like known in the community at that time, and everybody thought it was him.
I'm dead.
But it wasn't this dude. But I can't remember what the name of the dude was. But everybody thought it was either him or they thought it was Steezo. And what else did they think it was? I remember some people thought I was Power. I remember that. I dead
What? Okay, now
like dead
that's a
ass. I'm
reach right there.
serious.
That's a reach, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Power. That's hilarious. I still remember the video. Damn, I forgot what video. I think it was. Ah, I don't know. It was a video where it was the video where Steezo had addressed power, bro. That
Yeah,
was the funniest video I probably ever
A
seen on
B C
YouTube,
D
bro.
E F G.
Yes, bro. That video was fucking hilarious.
The one that
And
he
he took
deleted.
it
Yeah,
down, bro. I was
yeah.
so heated, bro. I'm like, damn, he took that shit down. Bro, that shit was
I
hilarious.
think he was a 100%. Because if you remember at the
He
time,
was getting demonetized.
no. It was because if you remember, there was a time where I'm not saying DF did it because, like, you know what I mean. I've got a lot of respect for grinding. Like, I don't mess with anybody else from DF, but like, I do mess with grinding a lot. But I remember there was a time where some people were saying that DF fans and people who wanted to be in DF were going and reporting people like Swante and Steezo and their Twitter accounts and having them get deactivated and stuff like that, you know, like from like spamming reports of like, you know, whatever they could, you know, like just trying to dry snitch on them.
Yeah.
And I think that was something at that same time, because I'm sure that's why Swante got his account took, his Twitter account. And I think Steezo at the time took it down because people were trying to do that with that video that were fans of DF. I could be wrong though. I don't know that for facts, but I just remember they were doing it for Twitter accounts.
Yo, that's crazy, bro. But it's like, low key, bro. I definitely understand his pain, bro. Cause the disrespect that people like Power put on ISO is just crazy, bro. I'll never understand how people can literally look down on a different playstyle just because somebody's playing different. You talk bad about it. Power annoying.
I,
All they ever say is, "Oh, he does a million dribble moves. He's spamming dribble moves." Not like what, bro? That don't even make sense, bro. You're like doing the same move behind the screen. How is that any better? The fuck?
the thing is though is I spoke to Stezo about this because at the time I used to quote tweet like if somebody like Power or Annoying or whoever used to talk ass and stuff like that about like ISO and stuff, and I remember turning around and I would like call them out and this that because I was I was repping our community. Do you know what I mean by like saying like like
Yeah.
fuck you type thing. But the thing is though is he turned and said to me was like just block them because anytime. So if I quote Power saying this that and whatever, and I say something like more people are gonna see his tweet and they're gonna
Mm-hmm.
engage with his
Yeah.
tweet, so he's gonna
It's
get
a
more and more
fucking full
attention.
scale war.
Yeah, so it's like, but he's going to get more and more attention. So then people are going to watch his videos when he turns around and he says something about ISO or about Steezo, and then he's going to make more money off of Steezo's name and off the word ISO. Like every year, every fucking year, there is always one fucking video that gets put out that says, "Is ISO dead?" Every year by some YouTuber. It doesn't matter if it's
Ah, man.
Joe knows. It doesn't matter if it's Power. It doesn't matter if it's a Laker fan. Whoever it is, there's always somebody who turns around and makes that video because they know that our community, the people within our community, are going to go onto that as soon as they see the title. They're going to view the video. It's going to get loads of views. And then, even if you dislike a video, because I never understood this, when people dislike a
It
video, you
still
might as
it
well
still
just
counts
like the
towards the
video.
algorithm. Yeah, it don't make
Yeah.
sense.
So yeah, so that's the thing. He explained to me that like one of the best things to do is just ignore these people because it's like, and that's why he started doing it because when Annoying, if you remember when Annoying started calling out Davis,
Yeah, I remember.
because he wanted attention, he wanted clout, he wanted attention off of Davis's name because Davis had just hit 1 million.
Bro, I had to learn how to really do that too though because I used to be a hothead on Twitter, bro. I used to be nigga fuck you, nigga all that shit. Like I used to be going back and forth with niggas until I completely changed though. Like I'm a really positive person now. If you don't agree with what I'm saying, bro, I'm not even the type of nigga to block people like that though. Like in order for me to get you to block you, you have to be like super duper annoying. Most people, I'll even give them some advice before I start ignoring them, bro. Like the thing when with Quan that happened recently and Benny, bro. I even reached out to
Yeah,
Benny and I gave him advice. I'm like, bro, you gotta chill out with that internet stuff because You know what I'm saying? Shit might be sweet on the internet, bro, but you gotta really learn that that shit is not cool, bro. And the only thing you're doing is really putting yourself out there, and for the people that don't know who you are, they're gonna see you in a negative light. You feel me? You don't want to do that, especially if you're trying to grow and come up in a community. It doesn't matter what community it is. If you're trying to come up anywhere, bro, you definitely have to learn how to cope with people of all types. You know what I'm saying? Bro, like, that's just how I had to learn it for real, bro. But I don't have to sit there and give out advice to niggas. I just feel like sometimes they need that, because sometimes, bro, they'll go back and they'll do the same thing with somebody else. We done seen it a billion times with Miz. Oh my god, bro. Miz, bro, that nigga, he gets under my skin sometimes for real, bro. But at the same time, bro, I've never blocked that man. I don't know why, but it's just like
I don't
I think I
care.
feel
They
bad
get
for them,
blocked from
low
me.
key, bro. I think I feel bad for them
Nah,
sometimes, bro. But yeah,
nah. I learned the hard way when there was some people when I first started the ISO page that literally I spoke to in the DMs in their darkest moments when they had like IRL shit going on, and they dead ass was like telling me all the stuff they were going through, and I tried to like help them get into a more positive mindset. But every so often they went back to that toxic side. Like I don't what's it called now? Hate flow, uh, stage honcho or whatever it was called.
oh
I
yeah, I
don't,
know you're talking about.
he was somebody who like I try my best to talk to and get into like a good position and stuff like that, and like get into a good positive mindset. But he didn't want to. Like he wanted to say these things, and he wanted to be negative, and he wanted to consistently do that every so often. And it's like, but the thing is though, is like he is a good 2K player, but it's like at the end of the day, like if you're gonna be mad disrespectful and you can't chill, like you have to go. Like I can't have a community where people are consistently trying to be toxic, like because it just infests the entire community. And it's like
Facts.
if other people want to engage with them, cool. If other people want to talk to him, cool. Like, but the thing is, I don't have to. And I remember Isosaro saying it. It's like, I, how can I say this? I don't owe anybody anything because I don't make any money from running the ISO page. So I don't owe anybody anything. Like, people think that, like, having 10K followers means anything, and it really doesn't. Like, it doesn't mean anything. But the thing is, though, is like the thing with me creating and consistently trying to help people, like I don't need to justify when people are being negative, me blocking them if they're gonna just be consistently negative. So like when there's people like Honcho, there's people like I remember what was the other dude? Rewind. I remember when he was the same. I remember when
Yeah.
in Inhale, he's another dude.
Mm-hmm.
There's a whole host of dudes, and you know what, right? Like I said, the same thing about um before. I was saying like I don't wish bad on any of these dudes. Like go on and be successful. Like go on and make great videos. Go on and make content and just do you. Like be successful, cool. But like I don't need to justify me not wanting to fuck with you because of the way you carry yourself. Because in real life, like say like you don't like me, like and we live in the same area, like you don't have to fucking talk to me every day, do you? Like you don't. If you don't want to
Facts.
fuck with me, you don't talk to me every day. If I live on your street, you don't have to come to my house every day, knock on my door and say like you don't like me and come and talk to me. Like you wouldn't do that in the real world. Like you just wouldn't. Like you just wouldn't do that. Like dead ass, you just leave. You just never speak to a guy again. Like that's some female stuff in my opinion. Like when you constantly want to talk to people and talk down on them or talk shit to them, even though you don't want to like you don't like them. It's like move on.
Yeah, that's
Like,
facts,
just
bro.
move on.
I feel like
So
one thing about it really is people gotta realize, bro. This goes for anybody in the community, dog. You gotta realize, bro. It's a lot of people that's still coming into this community. A lot of people that really want to be a part of this shit, and like people really make it look bad, bro. Like people make the
yeah,
community look bad for over the simplest things, bro. Like It
Mm-hmm.
kills
I
me,
agree.
bro. Like I don't get it. The one thing that I never understood. At one point, I kinda took part in it, but then I finally started to see like it's no point to it. Is the standstill versus movement thing? That's pointless, bro.
Yeah.
Everybody's ISO, and as long as you're not using the screen, bro, we
Mm-hmm.
really all the same. Like it's just so much shit in the community, bro. Another thing, bro. One thing that I feel like is crazy to bring up, like, because I really don't even like talking about this because it's so controversial. When somebody posts a new dribble move, a quote unquote new dribble move, bro. Jesus
Mm-hmm.
Christ, bro. I think that's where a lot of the beef start, bro. No cap. That's
Yeah.
I think that's where me and Miz had a clash because I had posted a little combo that I've never seen anybody do. I'm gonna just be honest, bro. And I claimed it. I ain't gonna lie. You feel me? I'm gonna claim my shit,
Yeah.
of course. And then here go this man Miz, bro. Steezo did that, bro. Blah blah blah. And then somehow it got all the way to YouTube, and then I had to pull out the receipts. I'm like, bro, go
Damn.
worry about your own channel, bro. Go worry about your content instead of critiquing my dribble moves on Twitter, bro. Because obviously you got some work to do before you talk to me, bro. Not on no cocky shit, but it's like, bro, I put your energy into another man where you could be working on your own content. Because obviously you're trying to do YouTube, but you're not trying too hard. You need to go work on that. So it's like that's one of the craziest things right there, bro.
Yeah.
No cap. What you said, Rocket? Niggas casually getting some VC listening to the podcast. I'm dead.
Yeah, like you say though, like I see people arguing all the time, or like getting into long debates, and like I must go through like hundreds of notifications every day, and like I just when I see like a long conversation where people are just going like talking back and forth, I just mute it because it's like because people think as well like I use a bot to like retweet stuff, and that's just
You know
not
what I
true.
just thought
But
about, bro? That's true. Now that I think about it, anything that you were tagged in, which is hundreds, of, like
mhm.
probably like 100 posts a day at least, bro. God damn, that's crazy. You have to sit there and see all of that shit on your feed, bro. I cannot
Literally,
imagine that, bro. Bro, Jen, you're like a father to these niggas. No cap, bro. Like you gotta have
it's
like a Twitter belt or something, bro. No cap. You need it.
like I don't know, man. I just think the like it's just crazy because like I say, like people don't realize like I have to go through everybody's fucking tweets to like everybody's like when they tag me, like I have to go through like if it's a fucking jump shot video to a fucking
Yeah.
drippy face scan to a fucking clip to like, and I have to make sure that. And the worst thing is, and I'm so guilty of doing this. Like back in the day, like there was a point where people would tag me in so like when 19 was popping and people were just dropping clip after edited clip to clip to clip to tape, and it was like you remember like when the community page first started, we went from like 100 to like 1,000 in like a couple of weeks,
Yes, sir.
and it was just people spamming clips. And I remember there was a point where I was getting tagged in so many fucking clips that like I stopped because some of them were like 30, 40 second clips, like they'd be like like mini mixtapes on Twitter, and I stopped watching all the way through them because I was like I don't have the fucking time to sit through like 50 fucking videos that are like a minute 40 seconds that all the time and watch through them. And I dead ass remember I retweeted like, and this happens a few times, and I always have to address this afterwards where it's like somebody will slip in a fucking dirty little side screen that you won't know it's a screen because the way that it's angled and the edit. But then like as soon as the fucking edit finishes, like the effects will come off and the person's there holding the nuts. I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck's sake! Like I just retweeted that. And I've got to like untweet it, and I've got to like fucking comment under the person like, don't tag me and stuff that's got screens, and like, oh, I didn't see it. Or my favorite one's like, oh, my teammate does it to troll. I don't care if he does it to troll. Don't
Or
tag me in the
it's a
fucking
random.
screen.
It's a random.
Yeah, head ass
Yeah,
every
bro.
time. But that's the thing, though. It's like I go through so many of these fucking, and then like I said, when you all fucking start talking reckless, or like when you argue, or like when you fucking start just talking, in general and stuff like that, and it's nothing to do with the fucking clip or the video or anything like that. I'm literally just scrolling through it, and I'm like, I've literally just wasted seconds of my life just fucking look through just like nothing. Like there's nothing in there but just people talking.
Yeah, and it's like you can't like completely ignore it because you have to filter through your feed to see what you have to retweet. Yeah, that's crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it, bro. You a strong dude for that. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Cause already, bro, I get excited when I see like 9 notifications, which is on a good day. You feel me? Like Like, even though
Jesus
I have
Christ!
a
Like,
decent amount
how
of
much I
followers, I'm
find?
like, bro, it's nothing compared to what you have to do, bro. I
Right
really do
now, I've
salute you for
got.
that, bro, because that's like a 24-hour type job right there, on top of everything you got going on in real life, bro.
I
Yeah,
think it's like right now I've got like 20 notifications just on that one, and then I've got like 10 on mine.
Jesus
So yeah.
Christ.
So it's like, but like that's the thing though. It's like in a way that I'm kind of glad that I did make my own page because like I felt like I needed to kind of filter out and
Facts.
kind of
Separate. Yeah, I understand that
yeah.
for sure. Because and plus a lot of people just wanted to get to know you better. Feel me? And the people that do, those are the people that consistently like your posts and shit like that. By
It
the
was only
way,
because of Payne and Abachi that I did that. So
really? Oh
yeah,
wow.
because
Well,
they was like on my neck trying to like get me to make one.
well, hey, I'm glad you did, bro, because your page is actually pretty. I like the views posts. Those
Yeah.
posts are pretty heartwarming, bro. The views you post like at least like two of those a week, bro. Views. I
Yeah,
like those.
I like just like putting something like just any kind of visuals because it's just like it's nice to kind of see different things of the world because people are so like focused on like small things all the time. I think like people forget like there's because like I've lived in the States, I've lived in Europe, and it's like I think people forget that like there's beautiful things all around the world, whether it be within the States or elsewhere, and I think people forget that. So
What's the most beautiful place you've ever been to?
um, I'm probably gonna say Paris. I'm
I
probably gonna
was
say
just,
Paris.
hey, that was my guess, bro. That was my guess. I was thinking, I know
Like
this man's thinking about the
yeah,
Eiffel Tower right now, bro. Like, okay.
like the thing is though is what people don't understand, right? Like is the kind of um the culture in Paris and stuff like that is very kind of when you think right. So like when we think of like ISO and stuff like that, for me personally, I always think of like chilled out vibes, chilled out music, beautiful vision, like visuals and whatnot. And I think of like basketball, and I think of like like street culture as far as like clothing and stuff like that. That is fucking Paris. Like if you go to Paris, like that is what Paris is. Like obviously there's certain areas that are like more bougie and stuff like that, but it's like like the K54, like the streetball tournament, like the biggest one in Europe, and like the streetball competition they have every year. Like if you go and watch that shit, like that shit's crazy. Like the dunk contest they have there is amazing and stuff like that, and then the sneaker culture there is crazy, and then like the chilled out vibes, and it's just like I think that's probably the place I'd say is the most beautiful place I've ever been. But then like I've got a lot of love for like Chicago, Dortmund in Germany. There's a few places. There's a
Damn,
few
bro. I
places.
want to travel. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I live in Florida, and I've only been to like Georgia, bro. Like literally out of my state. That's it, bro. One day though, yeah, I'm gonna travel, bro. I ain't gonna lie, dog. Cause look, I'm not one of
Dude,
those people.
like
Like I know that I'm one of those people who is not afraid to admit that when you're in, I don't want to speak for every country, but for America, when you're living in America, it's like this. They personify certain things how they really aren't. Like they create I don't know how to explain it. A false light. They put a false light over
mhm.
everything. Like you go to Paris, like you said, all that stuff that you just mentioned. You watch a TV show or a movie where Paris is involved in it from America, and it is nothing like that, bro.
No, it's
Like
not. It's nothing like that.
it's like
It's nothing
they
like that.
they just want to make sure like Paris looks upbeat and fancy and fucking
Nah,
noodles everywhere. Like, bro, that's literally
nah,
what.
dude. Like
So like,
honestly,
I
like
just want to go
when
see
you go to
everything for
Paris, dude,
myself,
like I
bro.
like honestly, when you go there, like it's a completely different vibe. Like there must be like I remember when I went, not this winter, but because obviously with all the lockdowns and different things, but the year before when I went to Paris, and because it was like the second time I'd ever been. No, sorry, it was the second time in like a few years that I'd been. I went like in years younger and whatnot, but like when I went the year before last, I remember going to like because there's like some really like cool like sneaker places, and I'm talking like a place. I'll send you a clip in a little bit where it's literally like just every Jordan you could possibly imagine, and I managed to cop the Space Jam 11s. Because like I couldn't find them anywhere, you know what I mean? Like they were all like like
The newer ones or the older
pre-owned,
ones?
like The
The
2000 and
OGs.
was it 14 ones or was it 2011? I think it was one of the two. I can't remember off the top of my head. But when they reissued them in the Space Channel levels, I think it was 2014. I want to say, but like I copped them for like what would that be? I think it was like 400 euros.
How
So I
much is
think
that in
that's
US
like
dollars?
I want to say that's like about five, like 455.
Oh yeah, so the pricing, yeah, that's about what they worth.
Yeah. So, but like that's the but
That's like a.
the thing is
You
though
ever
is
heard
this.
of Flight Club? I know you've heard of Flight Club.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
like
yeah,
this.
yeah,
So that's basically what that is, right? Like just a big ass
yeah.
store with every shoe you can imagine. That's crazy.
Literally, like it was just wall to wall of every fucking Jordan you could put, and other like like sneakers and stuff like that. But it's like you could buy like the bread ones. You could buy like anything, any like sneaker you could imagine was there, and it's like. I just remember looking and like this is a different fucking world. Like, and I remember going to a few places that was like that. Like, there was a few like sneaker places that was like
I
that, and
couldn't
it's
do it,
like
bro. I would be broke walking out of there.
dude, dead ass. I almost was like, there was, I was, I was looking at the Chicago ones. I was looking at the what was I looking as well? I was looking. I dead ass had to like restrain myself because I remember I was looking at the the UNC off whites, and it was
Ooh,
either I was looking because there was only I think there was like 800 or 900, and I was looking. I was like it was a put. If I'd have bought them, it would have been a dead day. Like I would have been broke. Like that would have been like all the money I'd had to. Because like when I was there, I bought like a few pairs of like sneakers, and I bought like a skateboard whilst I was out there, and I bought some clothes whilst I was out there as well. Because I thought like I'm never like nobody else is gonna have these other than people that live in Paris. But yeah, I just went with the Space Jam 11s, but like yeah, I was so tempted to get them UNCs.
bro, I couldn't even imagine walking. It'd be like a kid in a candy store, bro. No cap.
When I get off, I'll look on my photos and my videos, and I'll send you in the DMs, and you'll see. And it's just fucking crazy, dude.
Bet that. So I got one more question, bro, about
But
Jordans. What is your like top three Jordans of all time?
shit. Um, right, so I'll do a top three of my favorite Jordans, and then a top three of ones that I actually own, because like I think that's like a better kind of thing. I think my top three is probably the Chicago ones.
Okay, that's a classic. That's expected.
Yeah, like, I'm gonna be like these are all gonna be like stereotypical answers. I think the Space Jam 11s, and I'm probably gonna say I'm torn between saying the infrared sixes, or I'm torn between saying the black cement threes.
Oh yeah,
And
those
my
are
like
hard.
my
Those are hard. Those are hard.
yeah, but like as far as ones that I own. The main ones that I owned. Let me hold on. Let me just. I'm gonna move with you right now, so the music's gonna fade because I'm gonna go into my game room, like because I've got all my sneakers up there, so I can tell you what I actually have. So I've got the bread ones. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you.
It's just I'm just going on the internet right now. So yeah, so like I'd say the bread ones. Um, I'd say the Space Jam 11s and what's that got there? Um, which ones are those ones? And I've got the white cement threes.
Mm.
Yeah.
One
So they're
pair
putting it.
that I've
Yeah, the
always
white.
wanted, bro. I've always wanted for some reason. I love fours, bro. Fours are probably my favorite Jordan, like the model.
Yeah.
I always wanted a pair of Fear Fours. You know about the Fear Fours, bro? They came out
Yeah,
the summer
yeah,
of 2016. That was like the summer of the four right there, where they dropped the Thunders, they dropped the Toros, bro. They
yeah. The
dropped
Toros
so
are
many
gold. The
fours,
Toros
bro.
are gold.
Like, but when
I
the Fear
think
pack dropped, it was
hmm,
crazy.
I'm
Like,
trying to think of which is the one right. So everybody's going to be dead ass mad when I say this. So I the one pair of sneakers like Jordans that I had that I flipped because I had to because it was just like there was just too much. I managed to catch the Catcher's Jack ones when they dropped on sneakers.
What, bro?
Yeah, I've got a video of it and everything because like
That's crazy, bro. Yeah, that's rare right there. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I tried to
that's
cop
like my
those
biggest top.
just to flip them,
Yeah,
bro. And I like,
yeah, literally like I flipped mine for like 1,200. So
yeah, that's a steal, bro. I tried to do that shit too. I had my girl, sister, all of them on the laptop. Nothing, bro. Nothing, bro.
yeah, that's like my biggest ever cop off of sneakers that like I managed to get. Um, but yeah, like the thing is though is like for me, I think that like I'm one of these dudes that wears like my sneakers. Like a lot of dudes like be just putting them on the shelf and like
I
they're putting
don't
them in boxes
understand
and
it,
you
bro.
know,
I
nah,
don't
could never
understand
be
it,
me.
bro.
Could never be me. But it's like I remember somebody I don't know who the fuck it was when the PS4 no sorry when the PS5 should I say came out and I posted a picture of me with the bag and I like you know like secured and all that jazz you know what I mean and somebody turned around and was like, "How's this man gonna have like a PS5 and he's got these beat shoes?" And it's because I was wearing a pair of I was wearing a pair of you know the Nike Niger twos the like the skateboard
Yeah, yeah,
trainers
yeah, yeah,
like
yeah. I feel
yeah.
you. I know those.
So like I had a pair of them on, but it's the all white ones, like the fucking all white ones. But like I wear them,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I wear them. You know
It's
what I mean?
impossible, bro. It's impossible to keep all white pair of
Dude,
shoes clean, bro.
when you skate and like you have like a pair of white trainers, it's rip. It's just a rip. There's no chance. There's just no way you're keeping them things clean.
But
And they were
shit,
like beat.
if you had a PS5, no matter what kind of shoes you got on, you could probably buy 4 more pairs of them after reselling the P5.
You
It's
know what I mean? Though, like people would have dug you from having beat shoes, but they can't afford a PS5. Like,
right, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie, a lot of people was down bad with that drop. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I managed to secure one online, but it wasn't even for me. It was for my brother-in-law. But like, me and my girlfriend were trying to get him one for Christmas, and we tried literally for like 3 months before we actually got an online drop. Like the box is ridiculous on that shit. It's still like that, bro. Like there's still a shortage on PS5s, and it's crazy
yeah,
because it's almost been out for
it's like what
November.
4 months, is it? Yeah, so
Yeah,
it's like
like four
one,
months,
two,
bro.
three.
Four or
Yeah,
5 months. It's crazy, bro. Like,
I was lucky because like I had a girl at the time, and she went into the store to pre-order it, and because I was trying to do the online, and she went into the store to try and cop, and when she went in, like when I rang her, she was just in like in the city just shopping and stuff like that. And I said to her like, "What are you doing? Like, you need to go there like straight away." So she was giving me like back and you know whatever. She goes up, she brings me back, and she was like, "Oh, if I'd have come in 10 minutes earlier, the answer would have been you know we're sold out." But the guy behind the counter had literally got a call from like the head office or some shit, and was like, "If you know would have come 10 minutes earlier, I'd have said no. But you've literally just come after I've been told there's more, so you can pre-order one right now." So like, if my girl had gone through, my girl at the time, if she'd have gone through and tried to get one when I first told her to go into town and trying to like get one, like I wouldn't have got one.
damn, that's crazy.
So like I was like that's how lucky I was to get one. But yeah, so I'd like
Yo, I'm
it's
not gonna
cool.
lie, bro. I feel like the PS5, when it comes to the 2K community, was like no next gen consoles in general. Maybe except for the people that had the Xbox day one, because that was like the biggest opportunity for content creation when nobody had it. But the PS5, when it comes to the 2K community, if you got that game to play 2K, the system to play 2K, you got scammed so fucking
Yeah,
bad, bro. Jesus Christ. Like,
100%.
everybody's rushing to play next gen, bro. It's like, bro, don't even. Like, I was so disappointed, dog. I spent $600 on that shit just to not even want to touch it no more, bro. Like,
But
that's
this
how
is the
bad
problem
it
with
was.
2K. This is the problem with 2K though. That's the problem with 2K. Like I don't think that I don't think that like 2K is dead. I think the biggest problem is we we've accepted that like they can drop an ass game and then a year later we're gonna revere it like 20.
Yeah, that's facts, bro. That is so true. I just thought about that, bro. Like, but do you really think it's gonna get to the point where we say, "Damn, I miss 21 next gen"?
would you have said the same? Right. So I asked you a question about. I know it's like the easy thing to do, but if I'd have turned around and said to you when 2K20 drop out, would you say that like you'd ever turn around and say, did we miss fucking 2K20?
See,
When it first came out, not when
first
it
came
got
out.
patched and everything like that. Like nobody could make a green, nobody could make a shot, nobody had the hot zones, nobody like everybody forgets that like the first month of um of 2K20, everybody hated on it. Everybody hated on it. People couldn't make a shot.
Yeah,
Like
that's
I
true.
remember every YouTuber could not make like everybody was talking about it, they couldn't fucking get a green. Everybody was like, all the hotspots were messed up, and like the hotspots didn't carry over from my career to Park, so you couldn't just glitch it. You know what I mean? Like you couldn't just do it
Yeah,
that way, and then and everybody was whiling over it, and like people forget that like how bad. Yeah, like I'm not saying 2K19 was perfect, but it was great for dribbling. There was a lot of bad things that were in 2K19, but it was better than 18. But we never turned around and said, "Oh, I can't wait to go back to 18."
I ain't gonna lie.
Everybody
I've
was
never
just
said that. I,
yeah. Nobody's ever turned around and said, "I want to go back to 18" when 19 was out. But the thing is, though, is people went back to 19 when 20 was out. Like a lot of people did that, but like again, we did the same thing with 21 now. We all said, like, oh, let's go back to 20. And I'm not saying that, like, 2K21 is good or bad. I'm not, like, trying to say it's great or anything like that. But it's like, if 2K drops a bad game for 2022, like...
I'll say this: if 2K drops a bad game for 2K22, I don't think people will come back to next gen. I think people will go back to current gen 21 because, like, current gen 21, at least for dribblers, bro. That is the last dribble system that we've had where we can at least fucking dribble sideways and backwards freely. Like this year, bro, I don't think people would go back to it over 2K21 current gen. Now, if they shut the servers off, that would be different. But in order to
Yeah.
do that, they would have to shut. I don't know. I feel like even though they're months apart, they would. I feel like they're gonna shut down the 21 servers and the 21 next gen servers together, bro. So I don't know, bro. But I would definitely
I
choose
like,
current gen.
no.
On top of that, a
I'm
lot of
just
people
saying...
when 2K22 comes out still won't even have the P5.
But then the thing is, though, is like, those people who get it at Christmas, they'll probably get, like, the bundle. They'll probably get, like, a 2K22, like, with the PS5.
True, that's true.
So like a lot of people won't get next gen. Like people won't get 2K22 for like current gen. They'll probably get it for next gen, like with a bundle. That's probably what will happen.
Yeah, that's true. But shit, won't 2K will they be releasing a new 2K in September? Or you think they'll need more time?
The wheels keep turning, bro. They're just trying to grind money. Like they're just
Yeah,
trying to
you're right.
grind
You're
money.
right. You're right.
Like the thing is like what I've realized with sports titles over the years is like that's all that it is. It's just every year. Like the only time that I've ever seen sports titles not drop like a new game the following year is this year with PES for soccer. Like they did a big update, so you could pay for an update, and it was like half of the price of what a usual game would be, but you got like all of the update and stuff like that. And the only other time was with the whole WWE 2K20. Like they missed 2K21,
NBA
so they
Live as
didn't do it.
well.
Like yeah, NBA Live, but they had like a time off in between 18 and I think it was 16 or 14. I can't remember which one it was. But like they had a big gap in between that and 18.
Yeah, they're notorious for that, but they need to come back for real, bro. If NBA Live drops a decent game, bro, I would at least play. Like we all know, like we're not gonna pay for it. It's gonna have to be free, bro. In order to
The only
compete with
problem is
2K,
that is they can't do that. They
they
can't do
can.
that.
It's like, bro.
It's a licensing thing. They can't do that. Like they can't do that. It's a licensing thing. So what happens is when 2K works with the NBA, so they purchase the licensing from them. So
Right.
what happens is every time 2K sells a game, a percentage of that goes to the NBA and
Yeah.
it goes to the Players Association and it's divided amongst that. But the thing is if NBA Live comes back, it's going to have to make money somehow in a selling aspect because you can't turn around and say to them, "Oh, well, we're going to sell Battle Pass," because like they won't. Like they're saying, "Well, you're giving this game out for free, and people will be able to use our likeness teams, logos, and stuff like that, and you're giving them that for free. They don't have to buy the battle pass, so they have to charge. Like, people have this misconception of like, oh, if they drop a free game, like everybody will buy it. They can't do that. They have to charge something so that they can pay the NBA. That has to happen.
But maybe that's why they're not dropping though, because like,
Yeah.
bro, nobody's paying to play NBA Live, bro. Bro,
No, I agree.
they have
But I
to.
will say this though: is NBA Live 18 was better than 2K18 as far
Oh
as an
yeah,
overall game.
yeah. That's what Rocket just said, and I definitely agree, bro. Because when you look at 2K, not 2K, NBA Live 18, bro, when that game dropped, and I was playing the demo, bro, because I didn't buy the game, but
Yeah,
I played the demo, and the demo was actually a fulfilling experience.
yeah.
You had all these skills that you could unlock. You had all of this. You unlock dribble moves at certain levels. You get something new every time you play. Even if you go online and play in the
Hmm.
I forgot what they called it, but it's kind of like the park in the Venice Beach
I think it was called
area.
the Street, wasn't it? I think it was called the Street. Like, they had all the
It was
different.
something like that. You still got a reward after every single game, and it's not like you're getting 200 VC. You're getting actual tangible rewards that you can put on your player. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get a box that you
Yeah,
can open for a shirt or a jersey
yeah.
or some shoes every single game. The
And you never
presentation
got the
was
same thing
better.
twice.
Yeah,
You
you
never got
never.
the same
Yeah,
thing twice.
exactly, bro. So it's like, Jesus Christ, like they did everything right except for the gameplay, bro. Except for
Yeah.
the gameplay, because in
The
my
worst thing
opinion,
is
go ahead.
go on. Shoot.
In my opinion, when I was playing NBA Live, I realized the players looked like fucking like action figures. Like, the bodies were
Yeah,
stiff, and it was nasty to see like dribble moves and jump shots because it just did not look right. The arms are moving, but the body isn't. It's like, it was so weird, bro. But the game definitely
was
had potential, except for gameplay.
what's really crazy is though the dribbling in NBA Live 19 is the same kind of, like, as far as the movement and how it feels like 2K20.
Low key, low key, low
If
key.
you if you if you if you if you go on, if you play like Live 19, like, obviously they do it different because they have like packages, like dribble packages, don't they? So it's like different because it's everything is incorporated into that, so you don't get to pick your own crossover, like your crossovers in the package that you pick. But it's like, if you look at the movement and the way that they dribble in 19 Live and you compare it to 20 2K, like, it's very, very similar. Very, very similar. But yeah, the thing is like, Live had a really good idea as well, which I think is kind of been incorporated into this city kind of thing. Where, if you remember, can you remember when they did the thing where you used to have like challenges against CPU? So
Yeah.
like, you play against the computer, and it's like you would earn like some Bape clothing or some dolphin clothing. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
you would earn some like new gear, but you could play with your friends against the computer, and you'd play against legends, and you'd earn these like characters, or you know what I mean? You'd earn the dribble moves, jump shots, or you'd earn like clothing and stuff like that. And it was free.
Yeah, I remember that.
That was fire.
And
Like,
the thing about 2K18, bro, I will forever stand on 2K18 being the worst 2K ever, bro. A lot of
facts.
people, they say 21 Next Gen is worse. I don't see it, dog. Because 21 Next Gen, honestly, bro, as long as you're not losing to bullshit every game, it's playable. You feel me?
Yeah,
Like, I just 2K18, everything about that game, except for the dribbling, in some degree, was bad. Because even with the the dribble system was like, we had a lot of freedom, like we had in 19, but at the same time, snatchbacks were OD. You had the animation glitch with stretches doing
mm-hmm.
fucking the Pro 3 size ups getting wide open every single
Blow
time,
bars.
bro. Like, it blow bys too, like all of this shit, bro. Like, it was terrible because every time somebody hit that snatchback on me, they wide open, green, and Naruto running to the other side of the goddamn court. Like,
Do you remember like the video where Agent played against somebody in pro am, where literally all they did was get snap? They did
yes,
snatchbacks,
bro.
and if they didn't get your ankles on the snatchback, they tried to blow by you, and literally that is literally all. I can't remember the name of the dude, but like, he was like shouting this dude's name, and it's like, literally all it was snatchbacks and then attempt to like get the blow by, and if you didn't get it, it'd go back to the snatchback, and there was
Facts.
literally the only two moves. Like, there was no comboing up. Like, the best part of 2K18, and I'll stand on a hill and die with it, is the Steezo tapes.
That's facts, bro. That's facts.
Like, that was literally the best thing about 2K18 was the creativity and the dribbling that obviously developed from 2K18 season, and that is literally it. Like nobody's gonna tell me anything
That
else was better
exactly,
because
bro. Cause shooting was even weird and inconsistent, bro.
mm-hmm,
You want to know something, bro? You want to know how it's bad? It's bad when people that do not ISO start ISOing. That's how you know there's
yeah,
something wrong with the dribble system, bro. Because I remember playing Pro Am a little bit in 18, but every team we played that was winning games, they ran 5 out, bro.
yeah, oh
Like
yeah, no
like
doubt.
you said, they're either snatching back or they're blowing by you. Like, and
You
this is
either made what was it 6-5 playmaking sharpshooters, or you made a
yeah,
7-3 stretch. You made a seven
yeah.
three
Oh
stretch.
God,
That
bro,
was the only thing that everybody ran. Like nobody ran anything else.
it's crazy, bro. And the other things about 2K18 outside of the dribbling, don't even get me started, bro. Because everybody got hype when we saw, oh my God, the neighborhood, bro. It's like GTA.
No,
Oh my God, bro. That's the worst shit
no.
I've ever seen, bro. Like literally, bro. You gotta realize this. This is the thing I hate about 2K, and I always say this shit, right? 2K tries to innovate as a company should, right? But they try to innovate in ways that the community is inconvenienced every single time. And it's like when they say they don't want us to talk about the older 2Ks and shit like that, we're not saying bring back the older 2Ks, but at least bring back some of the aspects, the freedom that we had in those 2Ks, because y'all are changing shit that does not need to be changed. From 17, you can stand on the spot and put on clothes and change animations, bro. From 18, in order for me to put on my fucking shirt that I just got from the store, nigga, I had to go all the way to fucking, what's that nigga name? Giuseppe on the elevator, bro?
Fucking Narnia. That's where you
Like,
had to fucking
bro, I
go,
had to
bro,
go to
to go
my
and get that
micro
shit.
just to
Like,
change my shirt or my socks, bro. Like, you telling me, bro, a headband, right? Say I buy a headband from the store in 2K18. Nigga, in real life, I could put a headband in my pocket. I could put that shit on
yeah,
while I'm waiting for
yeah.
a game. But in 2K18, though, I gotta go all the way back to the house to put a headband on. Like,
It's just
it does not
ridiculous.
make
Like,
sense, bro. Like, the neighborhood in that game, that was only half of it. Because then I would join my friends. We about to play park, you feel me? And then as soon as we get in the squad and we walk past that corner, bro, niggas start disappearing. I'm like, all right, where my team at, bro? Like, I'm in the park, but these niggas not. There was like a threshold because this was a good idea because it kept the parks full. They separated the park server from the neighborhood server. So where the parks would always be full because it's not divided up between that and the neighborhood. But that threshold that they had that separated the servers was broken because it wouldn't always bring your teammates with you. So I feel like it's just shit like that that they should keep in the game but improve on, because as soon as they integrated the neighborhood and the park service together, parks were dead and niggas started running. Like it's just stuff like that. I hate that about 2K, how they cannot just take the good things from the game and improve on them instead of taking them out the game and trying to add new stuff, and it just ends up being worse every single time. Every single time.
you only have to look at how they conduct themselves on Twitter. Like, look at like when I got blocked by Ronnie.
Yeah,
Like, just look at that. Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
literally, I didn't cuss at mans. I didn't act wild. I ain't reckless. I didn't disrespect him or nothing. But that guy did not. He wanted to disrespect me and not address the actual thing that was said. And then when you reply to him and like call him out on the hypocrisy of what he's coming out with, like he just has to block. Like, because this is the thing. But the difference is because like people can say to me like, oh, like you block people. Yeah, but like I don't run a fucking $1 billion company. Like, I'm not the spokesperson for a fucking, a company that's going to make billions. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to be disrespectful to you because I'm making, millions from working from the said company. But this guy will literally act like shit don't stink.
That's facts, bro. He will, bro, and it's crazy because he doesn't even know what the hell is going on in his own, like, the game he works for, bro. And the thing about it is, Ronnie actually plays the game out of all the devs and the whole team of 2K. I know he's not a dev, but the whole team of 2K, he actually plays the game with people in the community. He still doesn't know what's going on in the game. It's like, how is that even possible? Because I remember the thing popped up when this man said, oh, You can go to this dude in the city and he'll give you new dribble moves. And literally all it was the walking around with the ball animation and like dribbling outside of the
Oh,
park games. Like,
damn.
bro, you're so down bad for that. How do you not know what the hell is going on in the game?
Well, that's not the dribble move, but you can think that.
Right, that should be his catchphrase for real, bro. He just need to add that onto
It's,
everything because this nigga be capping
but
about
he's such a
everything.
lame though. He's such a lame though. Like I'll never understand it. It's like you're like literally. But this is the thing though. Like you can tell they don't care when they have people like the game running for mayor. Like this guy literally got exposed for fucking
Yeah,
boosting, and
it's
he's
crazy.
literally yeah. So that just speaks to the morals of 2K, and that's why like I when so when 2K22 comes around, like I don't want to hear nothing from nobody. Like the one thing I want everybody to do is I want them to keep that same energy when it ends up being fucking ass, and then people turn around and be like, I'm going back to fucking 2K21 like next
Yeah,
gen.
bro. It's
Like because when people say because that's the thing that'll happen. Like because unless 2K like decides they're gonna actually try and make a really decent game, um, or at least a better game. Like I don't even want to say a good game because I genuinely don't think 2K is capable of making a good game because I feel
in
like
the direction the
they
game has gone, bro. It's not because they strayed so far away from that path, bro. When it, this is what I say. I say this to a lot of people. Some people debate and some people agree. But when as soon as they added um archetypes and Hall of Fame badges to the game, you stray away from balance, bro. And that is really like the biggest thing about this game is there's no balance. And every single year something's OP, something else is not because we're forced to specialize in certain areas when we have archetypes. Now this year is kind of different, but then they fucked up by making offense too OP. You know what I'm saying? Like it's always something when they stray away from the path of balance, like they had in 16, where your player could literally do everything and the gameplay was fine. And the thing about 2K is they hate when niggas talk about the past games and how they should do stuff how they did back then. I don't know why they hate it because like you know what I'm saying? As a company that obviously they don't care about the community, they care about the money, but if you take pride in anything, bro, you should always be able to take the best parts of yourself from different eras and be able to accumulate it into something great. But 2K cannot do that. They just try to keep innovating and adding shit that we don't want in the game.
I don't even think that's the biggest problem. I think the biggest problem is so just for an example of like a game. This is just me personally, but like this is how I could look at it when it comes to 2K. So like when I used to play Fortnite, like if I play Fortnite for like a month straight, I play every day for 2 hours, whatever. Like I get better every day. Like I feel like my aim gets better, my timing gets better, my movement gets better, my building gets better. Like everything that I do in that game gets better.
True.
But then when you play 2K, you literally just have to make sure you make a build that can, I don't know, say set screens, and then screens are going to be OP. Then you have to make sure that you've got a build that can fade and shoot threes. You're good, or it can contact dunk, and you just look for the bailout, and that is the biggest problem in my opinion with 2K. I don't think archetypes are the problem. I don't think that badges per se are the problem. I think the problem is it's the skill that is the problem because we give people bailouts. Like, let's not ever forget, right? Contact dunks have been in the game forever. Like, they've been in the game forever. But it's like, to what level do you get them? How frequent do you get them? And it's like, nobody can tell me, like, Hall of Fame posterizer, or whatever it's called this year, like, that badge this year gets you a million more contact dunks than it ever did in 16. And nobody can tell me that, like, ankle breaker doesn't get you less, you know what I mean? Like, we don't get as many ankle breakers in this game as in compared to we did, like, 2K17.
Facts.
So this is the point. It's like they've nerfed ankle breakers, and we all love to see ankle breakers and the beautiful, you know what I mean, and it's funny and all that kind of stuff. But they nerfed that, and that adds, in a sense, that adds a skill gap for your dribbling. because you have to really earn that. Because when you get an ankle breaker now, like you feel like you just won the lotto, like that's what you feel like.
Oh God.
But like when you get a posterized, you're just like,
It's alright. It's whatever. I expected it. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. You're right
that.
about that.
But that's the thing though. It's like I'm not saying that 2K is perfect. I'm not saying that some badges need tweaking. I'm not saying that some builds don't need tweaking. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is that when you play a game where there is no perks whatsoever, and there is your skill, whether it be stick movement, whether it be button timing, you know what I mean. That's what skill is. It's not turning around and having screens where, regardless of even if you have like no badges on a center build and you set a screen, you can body somebody and you are pulled into that animation. That's not skill. Like setting a screen is not skill. And like I've had this conversation with Laker fan about it because like obviously he uses screens and he does ISO occasionally and stuff like that. But it's like I've said to him before, it's like nobody's saying that like ISO is like the perfect thing, but it's the most skilled thing in the game. Like
True.
it's not perfect; it's just the most skilled thing because not everybody can set a screen, not everybody can dribble. I'll stand on a hill with that. Like not everybody can dribble like Steezo, but damn sure everybody can set a screen.
Or Curry slide behind the screen.
Yeah, like, but that's the thing though. It's like you learn one move, and that it's like we need good shooting. We need consistent rebounding. How like there's moments when you're playing this game, and it's like there's no way a 7 foot center should ever be out rebounded by a 6'4" point guard. Never. It shouldn't happen. And that's the point of like how builds should work. It should be built on the analytics and the algorithm of like if this person has a better this and then that person has a better this. It shouldn't matter if you have no strength, you never boxing me out if I have a fucking a small forward build and you've got a 6'2" fucking point guard. You are never boxing me out over a fucking rebound. Not happening. I've got like a wingspan bigger than you. I'm taller than you. You should never, ever in a million years be able to get that ball over me. But this game allows you to do things just for the fuckery of it, and that's the biggest problem. It's like there's no skill to it. Like when I play like a game like Fortnite, COD, or any kind of thing where it's like you do this, and don't get me wrong, there's certain things in those games, and no game's perfect. But when I play that game for a consistent amount of time, I feel like I get better. When I play 2K, I know I can pick up. I could go on tomorrow and I could get 10 clips of me fucking posterizing somebody, but I don't enjoy it.
True. That's facts. I don't enjoy that shit either. Bro, that's like when I think about skill, bro. It's like you said, games like that. And the first game I really think about is Rocket League, bro. If you play Rocket League and you're going against somebody who's good and you're not, bro, you're getting mocked. I've seen Gravy play Rocket League. This nigga's a demon. I don't know how he does it. Cause when I hopped on Rocket League, bro, I was trash, bro. Niggas hitting the
Yeah,
ball in the air and flipping, and like I can't even hit the ball on the ground. I'm like, God damn, because you
yeah.
have to learn your angles. You got to learn when to speed boost, when to not, and when to jump, when to speed boost in midair to hit the ball down, how to pass to your teammates. Like, yeah, it's all kind of shit, bro. Like, but in 2K, all I
That's
gotta
the big
do is
thing.
make me a 6'7" power forward, and all I gotta do is run to the rim.
And the thing is you get like 80, 90 badges.
Yeah, that
Like,
yo,
like you get 30 badges if you're a fucking point guard, but you get like fucking 80 badges if you're a power forward.
that
I just
that
want to
right
say
there,
one thing
bro.
though. I saw like Rocket turn around and one of the what like I've seen like little bits of what he said, but one thing that I totally agree with what he said is in quote, I didn't green that 2K fix your greens even though they're just ass, and I couldn't agree more. Like I couldn't agree more. That is like the thing of like when we had that moment where if you could shoot, you were good, and then they patched it so that they made it was easier for you to shoot.
Yeah, that's true too. Damn, bro, I could really, bro. The night, bro. You said what, Rocket? Despite Bills getting 90 badges, yeah, bro. Half of these niggas suck. Yeah, that's true, bro. That's true. That's fact. But it's like, bro. At the same
Imagine
time, bro. badges in this game, you don't need an OD amount of badges. You feel me? You don't
You just
need
need
an
contact
OD amount of
lens.
badges, bro. Like, let's be honest, niggas make that just so they feel comfortable, and a lot of other people make it just because it's the meta, and they are afraid to go outside of the meta because they feel like if they don't, they can't compete.
Oh yeah, but the thing is though, is that's because badges carry. Like
Exactly. Hey,
badges carry.
you said I've been saying stats greater than badges off rip. Yeah, bro, but that's not how it is in 2K, bro. It's just not. It hasn't, like I said, hasn't been like that since they added Hall of Fame badges. Hall of Fame badges, bro, like badges had functionality and they had balance back in like 2K16, but when you added Hall of Fame badges, bro, it completely destroys like skill because now I can pull from fucking Curry range with a fucking Hall of Fame limitless. Bro, blinders, oh no, don't even get me started on blinders. That badge right there is probably the most frustrating badge I've ever seen in my life. Like,
I don't know, man. That drop stepper in 2K19 did me
oh,
dirty.
oh my god, bro. Okay, now you're just
People
bringing back some
forget
memories, bro.
PTSD,
Yeah,
bro.
I did
Like dead
forget,
ass.
bro. Cause shit, I had one King of the Court in 19. Nigga, I had to go against so many post scores to get that to get that shit like that, bro. Post scores, bro. I have no remorse for
The
anything that
post
happened
the
to me.
what was it? What was it? The post scoring slasher,
Yeah, bro. Slash and
bro.
post, bro. Bro, double take, bro. It's
Dude,
over.
you was done. You was
I
done,
hated
bro.
that
You was
shit.
getting drop stepped and nuts in your face. Like no homo. Like that's what you was getting.
Yeah,
Like
you
that's what it
was,
was.
bro. Like, nigga
But
got his legs
you know,
wide open under the rim, bro.
see. I'll say this right. Like, and I don't know. Like, I don't know if you could implement this because it is what it is. Like for me personally, I think there should be like two different kinds of like, and I know agents said this before, but I feel like there should be like a ranked and unranked. And I feel like if you
Definitely.
have ranked, I think that this is what I'd say. Not necessarily that you have like pre-made builds like they do in the 2K League, but I feel like you should have something similar. So like you get to have like a certain like you can only like a 90 overall, and like all the stats are like a certain cap, and you know what I mean. The you have your archetypes, and you have archetypes again, and you don't have that freedom, but you have these builds, and this is like how you prove that you're the best with that. And then I think there should be like an unranked, which is more arcade based, where it's like you can have 99 fucking three ball. Like you know what I mean? Like if you have a build that can end up with like a 99 overall, like you grind it and you want to play unranked, you can go ahead and fucking do dumb shit like shoot threes from half court and you know fucking yam on everybody every 10 times. Like that's cool with me.
Yeah.
Like whatever. But like I feel like there should be two different kinds. And I know people will say like, but why don't you just go play pro am? It's like it's not the same. It's just fucking not.
You wanna
Like
know what though,
three.
bruh? There's a hidden gem on 2K21 Next Gen, and I've been trying to tell people about this. The W on the game, bro. WNBA mode, bro. Since what the most OP thing in the game is contact dunks, right? Nobody, matter of fact, no, I won't say this. Everybody in the WNBA mode has a 25 driving dunk. You
Yeah.
cannot dunk. Not you will never see a WNBA player in the game dunk. So this creates a skill gap because now everybody is forced to get crafty around that 3 point line, or at least create enough space for a layup, which is still blockable depending on your size and your badges. Plus, like you said, they have pre-made builds, so you can't just you can't even choose your badges in there, bro. You literally have to make a build and see the badges after. So it's kind of like that. It's like a
Uh,
I want to say it's kind of like a more skilled version of the actual game because it
yeah.
really is, bro. Like, I actually enjoy playing that shit more than I enjoyed playing the park when I had played it. The only thing about it
Dude,
is a lot of people don't play it, so it's kind of hard to find games. But it definitely
I just
forces you to get crafty, bro.
I just wanted to see like when they said they was having females in. I just wanted it to like NBA Live 19, and you could build like a big fucking girl, or you could make like a little point guard and just have them fucking. Like I remember I made like a what was it? I think it was the Russell Westbrook point guard build, and I made a chick, and I was fucking yamming getting contact dunks on folk. And I remember being in some of those fucking chats, and fucking dudes were losing their fucking mind because like this chick was fucking dunking on them. I wish they'd have asked like had a chicks to the part because there would have been. But saying that though, the only thing is though, right, is I guarantee you, all these sus dudes will make a female build and pretend to be a chick.
Yeah, bro. You already
in
know, bro.
2K22.
And it's probably even worse now that Aiden has influenced a lot of the 2K community with that
Mm-hmm.
shit, bro. Like, but yeah, we definitely. That's why I'm glad that shit didn't really isn't allowed into the park, bro. Because we definitely already foresaw that happening. Like, yo, niggas
Yeah.
are weird in the community, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. They'll
I
probably try
just
to turn that
I
shit into like a role play type of thing, like on
Oh
GTA.
no! It'll be like they'll be like, what, I bet you anything, right? When that shit drops, there'll be like there'll definitely be a fucking community page that ends up following the ISO community page that's called like Sus
Oh
Community
my
or some shit.
god, bro.
Dead ass, like, because I've literally seen every fucking community try and follow me, and I just block them straight away because I'm just like, I am not. I'm just not doing it. I'm just not doing it. Like screen community and slasher community and post score community, shoot over those, stretch community, all of it.
That's crazy, bro.
Like I'm not even like literally every community you could possibly imagine. But I don't think I think like the only I think like the only people who have me blocked that are like big names is I think like Chalk's the only dude that's blocked me.
As he should, bro. Like, you feel me?
Yeah.
You really
But
put
I
that
was on his
pressure on
head.
his ass. Not gonna lie,
Yeah, I was on his
you
head,
packed
like
him
I was
up,
on his
bro.
neck.
You packed him
Dude, I
up,
was on
bro.
that guy's neck. Like, but the thing is, though, is like, and I'll say this, like the community as a whole needs to pay a lot more respect to Sin, because like
For sure.
a lot of dudes come at Sin's neck, and Sin holds it down for a lot of people. So I think that like that guy needs his fucking flowers, and I'll stand by that to the day I die. Like too many people in this community don't pay respect to certain people, and I understand like when people like don't want to do it to certain people because like I think like people should give more like dues to Swante, but like I get why people don't because obviously like the way that he interacts with people and stuff
Yeah,
like
he
that.
just
Like
comes off
he's a
as
high energy
yeah.
dude. He's a high energy dude. Whereas like literally like poor boy will, he's a guy, man. Like he's one of those dudes that like he'll give you the fucking jacket off his back if it's raining because like he don't give a fuck. Like he's there for the community. And like I think that like when what's his name now? What's the fucking Ronnie Son kid called? What's it called?
Neon.
Neon, like when that dude was coming at fucking Sin's neck, and like people were like, "He's only a kid. He's joking." He's like, "No, that like guy needs his ass kicked. Like he needs to watch his
Facts,
fucking
bro.
mouth."
Same
Like,
thing with the blue
he,
hair nigga, bruh.
oh, dude, like I'm telling you right now, like if anybody ever disrespected my family, mm mm, like no, there's lines, dude, and these kids don't get it. Like when you're talking about Benny before, like there's just lines that you don't cross because it's like on God, if people turn around and said this shit to you like in person, they wouldn't even dare
They
like
wouldn't,
these
bro.
dudes, man. They
What?
wouldn't even look at you. They wouldn't even look at you. These are the kids that like sit
They'll
at the back
probably,
of the class, like
bro.
they don't talk to you.
9 times out of 10, they'll probably try to play it cool with you.
I don't even think they'd even. I don't even think they'd look at you. I don't even think they'd look at you. I don't even think that they say boo to a ghost. Like they don't. They don't because they're not built like that. That's the biggest thing. Like these kids that like try and act like the big tough guy and stuff like I posted before. Like people don't understand because you have a peaceful nature doesn't mean that you don't know how to be violent.
Yeah, you have to
Like
be in order to survive. You gotta have that survival instinct in every way possible.
dead
Just
ass.
gotta
If
know
you
when to
turn
turn
around
it
and say
on.
something disrespectful about my family or something like that, like that's just not it.
It's just certain people you can't come at the community. Come at in the community, bro. Don't come at Sin. Don't come at Steve. Don't come at Swan. Like when it comes to like, it's certain people I'll defend. It's certain people I know I don't have to defend. I'll forever defend Poor
Yeah.
Boy Sin. I don't have to defend Swante because Swante will make you kill yourself verbally. Um, shit, I'll defend Quan because bro, like I don't know how you could ever disrespect Quan though. Like Quan is such a chill
I'm
dude, bro.
saying.
Like what the
I'm
fuck,
saying.
bro? Like
But
that
that's the
nigga.
thing though, these guys, man, that like they'll do anything for the community.
Yeah, bro. I really just thought niggas wanted attention that day. That's it, bro. Like, how do you even get a nigga DMs like that? What the fuck? How do you even get his DMs, bro?
But this is the thing though, like these kids are so weird that like I don't know like the ins and outs of all that stuff and whatever, cause like I just mind my business. But what I do know is these kids are mad fucking weird. and they'll Photoshop stuff and like that what was it called, Papi Solo, like he fucking edited a video to make
Oh
it look like
yeah,
him and
like he was talking
fucking
to
Sin had
Sin
a
from the
combo.
2K
Like,
TV
what a
interview.
weird dude.
Yeah,
And
bro.
this guy ended up with 50 votes.
Yeah, bro. Like you went through all of that. You focused on a whole nother person for all that
Come
attention,
on.
bro, just to
And you know
get
what? In
5
3 months we won't know him. In 3 months we won't even know who he is.
Bro, I still don't know who he is, bro.
No, but I'm just saying, like, we won't even talk about him. Like, he'll be one of those guys that we'll be like, can you remember that guy? Like, what's his name? What's his name? What's his name? Like, we won't
Facts.
know.
Yeah, facts. Bro, if from in my head, bro, he's always gonna be blue haired nigga, bro. No cap. That's his name, bro. Blue haired nigga.
He's in the void as far as I'm concerned. Like those guys, like this is what I'm saying. Like when these dudes, like when I say about the whole blocking thing, it's like when people talk about like me and stuff like that, even though it's like a year ago or like a year and a half ago, I'm like, you don't exist to me anymore. Like I don't care. And like I think that, and this is why I always try to say to people when it comes to like the confrontational stuff. Like, there's a few times when like new people join and they drop a clip and like somebody's a little bit like wild with him, and I'll like, just come in and say like, yo, just chill, like we don't need those vibes. But I'll message the person who's like not done anything. They've just dropped a clip and they're just trying to have a good day. I'll message them like, look, just keep your head up, keep the positivity, just keep on pushing forward. Like, do you like keep grinding? Because like if you ignore the troll people and everything, you keep on working on you, then they don't get what they want.
That's on God. That's facts, bro. And like I know that could be extremely discouraging, especially if you're new to the community, because it's like, bro, these niggas, bro, they try so hard to put other people down, bro. Like for no reason,
Mm-hmm.
bro. Like I'll never understand because I'm not that type of person, so I just can't speak on the negativity. But like it's like I don't know, bro. It's
I
weird.
don't support negative people. That's it. That was like the fucking motto from the beginning. Like I can't remember the big quote that I did, like the first tweet that went really like viral. It had like 2, 3, 400 fucking retweets, but it was like basically saying that like if you fucking like combo up and you shoot these like you ISO, if you movement your ISO, if you stand still you ISO, but like people need to stop with the segregation and the negativity around it, because it's like you ain't gonna get anything from that. Like if we all work to get like if every like so I'll put it this way, so the 10,000 people that follow the page, right, if all 10,000 of them people liked or retweeted everybody else's retweets, then everybody eats.
That's true. That's facts.
Like everybody eats.
That is true, bro.
Like that's the thing, the people who want to be negative and take and take and take, like we don't need them here. We don't need them there.
Like I said, Rocket, I know a lot is all I'm gonna say. Wait, what'd you say? I know a lot is all I'm gonna say. I just don't say shit. Yeah, bro. Sometimes you just gotta be like that, bro. Keep your thoughts to yourself, cause you never know how people will react to them. Like, yeah, you just gotta keep your shit to yourself, bro. That's how I am. Unless it's positive. Like, if I have something positive to say to somebody, I'm always gonna let it out.
But the thing is, though, is like even if you don't have like something positive to say, like you can easily just turn around and say to somebody, like, I've done it before. And I've turned around like, oh, that's like a cool move, or that's a cool clip, or like if they look like they're struggling, like does anybody know how to do this? Then they'll post a clip. Instead of turning around and going like, learn how to do it, don't be ass. Like turn around and say to them like, oh, like here's my boy, like like if you said like J Dub, just for an example, or something, like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like if you turn around and said like, oh, he's got this dribble tutorial,
Facts.
like link it, because your man's gonna eat off the views and this kid's gonna learn like how to dribble, and it's like what we're doing here, like that is the point of like the ISO community. It's supposed to be about spreading love and brotherhood.
Yeah, that's facts, bro. Now that I think about it, bro, you know extinct combos, right, Jason? Bro,
Mm-hmm.
I met this man. He was a random. I think I was like the only person to ever follow this nigga on Twitter at one point, bro. This man, I met him from. This is so inspiring when he told me this. I met him from one of my streams, right? Back when I had around probably, I want to say, I probably had around 300 subscribers. The beginning of 2K20. And then he watched one of my videos. It was just a simple ass video how to do a crossover behind the back. You know what I'm saying? Because like,
Mm.
I simple shit like that, a lot of people don't know how to do, but nobody ever drops tutorials on that shit. Oh, it was how to dribble sideways. That's what it was. Because a lot of people
Yeah,
don't drop tutorials on that shit. You see all of them doing it, but they only describe the more advanced stuff because that at that point is
yeah,
kind of self-explanatory. It's 2K20. Niggas been doing this shit since like
yeah,
2K17. So when I dropped that, he said he DM'd me saying, "Oh, bruh, this was like after he made the community tape. He was like, bro, if it wasn't for you, bruh, like that first video got me into dribbling." And I'm like, damn, bro, that you telling me you just started dribbling in
yeah,
2K20? Like then mid 2K20, you were better dribbler than me in like at least half of the community. You're a top dribbler in the community, bro. Like that shit was so inspiring to me because it's like just like interacting with a person in such a small way could have like the
yeah,
craziest domino effect on their whole like just the way that they move and the way that they're inspired to do things, bro. Because I feel like he really definitely has, bro. He definitely has potential to be a top tier like ISO community content creator, bro. Like
yeah.
no cap, bro. Because he's definitely one of the best dribblers, but he just doesn't upload. I be on his ass all the time too. I'm like, bro, you gotta upload, bro. You gotta upload. This nigga uploads like
It's
once a month.
it's funny though because like Shakedown every year drops a tutorial on like how to dribble on like the newest game, whatever it is, and like one of the biggest, like the main one that blows up for him every time is the dribble one because like, and he does the basics like how to do a crossover, how to do
Yeah,
behind the back, how to do a momentum, and he doesn't do any of the glitchy stuff.
facts.
But that is one of the biggest videos that he gets every year because the first thing when anybody ever picks up the game, they want to know how to dribble. That's that they. So
Facts.
like when you know like when people turn around and say like, oh, I don't know what to do for a video idea. Like I stand by this to the test of time. Like I'm not saying copy everybody's ideas, but like everybody who does a video, it's already been done. Like there's next to no video that is around right now that somebody hasn't done in a similar manner. So like, so for example, like I'm gonna give like just a free fucking thing here because like people always forget like it's so easy to do these things. So like, can you remember when G-Man did that video where he went to Fortnite and he got the people he was playing with in the game chat to pick a number and he
Yeah,
picked the dribble sig to go like, so if it was like crossover, da da da, spin, da da da. So he'd pick say a number between 1 and 7, 1 and 10, and he literally had randoms from fucking Fortnite picking his fucking thing the same way that like Troyden does his teams when he's like building a team and he goes to fucking Minecraft or whatever. It's like, but you could do that every fucking week and you've got a video idea. So when people say like, oh yeah, but I don't have anything, or like, oh, it's not creative. Well, you know what's not creative? Not putting out a video.
yeah,
Like,
bro. You just gotta think outside the box, bro. Like that's one. That's
this
one thing, bro.
it's so easy. It's so easy, and it's like you look at all these big YouTubers that like have got like 10 million, 50 million, and you like why is dudes not going to the trending page on video games and see what's trending? And you know, it might be an idea that's specific to a video game that you can't do, but then there might be something from that title that you can go, hold on a minute, what if I do this?
Yeah,
Like,
and
what
then
if I do this that's in the game and it's similar, but nobody's done that?
and implement it into 2K. Yeah, I definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right, bro.
But people are lazy, bro. Like people will put on like one of the one tweets that I hate retweeting more than anything is comment below ideas for videos. I'm like,
Yeah, bro. I'm like, yo, okay. Like, first of all, bro, that's lazy. Second of all,
yeah,
what makes you think people want to give you their ideas? Because they might
exactly.
want to use their own ideas for their own videos. You feel me? But I mean, I don't knock anybody for it. It's just like, yeah, just think, bro. Just brainstorm. I sit in my room and brainstorm sometimes when I don't have anything to do. I just sit there and brainstorm. I ain't
It's
gonna
just
lie,
crazy
bro.
to me, dude.
You know, two of the most creative niggas I've ever seen in this community, bro. One, Steph Styles. And I don't mean, I don't try to meet ride anybody, but that man is so creative, bro. So creative.
100,
Like
100.
he has to blow, bro. He has to blow. My boy has to blow. I'm not gonna lie. Like nobody. Every single intro is different. Every single intro has a different theme, but it's related to the video. But it's funny at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then he come in and he dropped the bars after that. Like, bro. And then there was another one. I don't even know where this man is, but do you remember Seiko?
Yeah.
Bro, what happened to that man? He was
No, dude.
creative as
No,
well.
dude.
He had did something in 2K20 where he had the phone, and I think it was almost like it was like Pornhub or something like that.
Mhm.
But bro, like just shit like
Shit's
that makes
wild.
me smile, bro. It's like, damn, these niggas are really because 2K20. I mean, it was a lit game in terms of views and stuff like that, and content wise. But the game itself was bad. But imagine if
I
we
think that's
had.
because it rode off the back of 19. That's why. I think
That's
that's what a
true.
lot of the reason between it.
But like
Because
people like
19's views
that,
were huge.
yeah, facts. We need people like
19's.
that, bro. We need more people like that, dog.
I stand by like because I remember Steph turned around and I think he did some like IRL stuff. Like he was handling. I think it was during 20. I want to say, but like I've had conversations with him because again, he's an OG. Like he's one of the original dudes that were like when I started the page. Like he
Facts.
was there. Like I remember when what was his
Isolator.
name now? Yeah, oh dude, head ass. But like I remember when like I'll always have like mad respect for him because like he like stood like when we had that group chat and I remember when I can't remember what the name of the dude was. I think it was like Carnage or Chaos or some dude anyway. He was trying to be like mad reckless and stuff like that because somebody invited him to the chat. That you remember like the chat you like died because people were just
Yeah,
being
bro.
stupid.
It was crazy.
But like I remember him like putting fucking 10 toes down. And he was like, "No, you ain't fucking talking reckless in here. Like, get the fuck out of here." And it's like I had a lot of respect for Steph because like he always had my back. Like from day one, that guy always had my back. And I remember like he was doing all these cool, crazy, creative videos and like the clone videos and what was the song that he did as well? Like I remember
Eyeso. Yeah,
yeah, like
that's
that
crazy.
was so funny though. And I remember that he was slowly blowing up like and then I think he was playing football. I want to say like football was his thing. I'm sure it was. And I think he was trying to like do that and I think that was like his main focus so he took some time out from 2K. But
Yeah,
like I've said to him before like that guy should have 20K already.
he
Like he should
should,
have
bro.
20K already. Like there's certain guys in this community like and maybe I'm biased because like I knew them from like way back, but like there is certain guys who should have like 20K already, 50K already, 100K already. Like they should. Like
Facts.
there's no way about it. Like there's some dude like there's some people who like I think you get out what you put in, but then there's some people who I just think they're like it pains me that J Dub doesn't have a PS5 right now.
Yeah, it does, bro. It does.
Because I'm not even like I don't care about him dropping like a dribble tutorial. I don't care about him dropping like a jump shot video or anything like that. But like just to see like his creative videos, even though the game like Steezer dropped the tape like yesterday, and it's like man
Bro, yeah.
like if we drop like can we just get J Dub like a PS5 so we can get a tape already?
Bro, I said that like day one, bro. I need to see J Dub lab this shit. That
Yeah,
nigga
it's
breaks dribble systems, bro. Like, they're fucking ridiculous.
that dude's so underrated. But like I'm happy for him that he's just happy within himself though.
Yeah,
Because that's one of
bro.
the other things. Is
Cause
like
I had
there's some people who leave the community, and I'm just happy that they're happy. Like, you
facts.
know what I mean?
Cause I had a conversation with him. He was like, he got accepted into all the major colleges that he applied to, and on top of that, he doing this skating thing. And it's like, bro, that's all that matters. And I was like, bro, especially as a black male, bro, to show that kind of excellence
Mhm.
for us, bro,
Mhm.
that's way bigger than anything you could ever do in the 2K community, my boy. And I'm proud of you for that. Like, no shit, real shit, bro. That's crazy. Like,
You can tell he's a good dude. Like you can tell he's special. Like you can tell he's one of those dudes that like he's gonna be all right.
yeah, bro. Like, I definitely do like that. A lot of people don't realize how important it is when you get off this game, bro. And when say the 2K community just disappeared and the 2K just didn't exist anymore, what would you really be, bro?
Mhm.
Like, it's really
And this is
important
the
to
thing.
realize it.
Like this is the thing. Like with him and like other dudes and stuff like that. And this is why I say it. Like it's so much more important to not focus on being isolated and seeking solitude. Like that's the most important thing. Like it's all good and well like this whole concept of ISO and ISOing and stuff like that. But it's like once you find like who you are and you feel comfortable within yourself, and you feel like you're happy and you find happiness within what you're doing. Like, this is why I always say to dudes, like, don't just make 2K videos. Like, just make videos, because, like, there's people like Corey Kenshin and other guys, because they never focused on one specific genre and they're focused on just being them. That's why they're successful. They're not successful because Fortnite is huge or Minecraft's huge or whatever. They're successful because they're them and they're happy. To a degree, do you know what I mean? Like, I know everybody has their ups and downs, but it's like, but those dudes, like, you know, we all get happy when we fucking, you know, see Corey Kenshin fucking turn up on the screen and, you see the colours video. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The colours. Like, everybody's fucking happy, though. Like, that's the thing. Everybody's happy, though. And it's like, that's what you need to find, is find solitude. And too many times people are just so focused on just trying to be, like, famous, or they just want to have, like, views and clout. And it's like, come on, dude. Like right now, you can genuinely say, like, J Dove's happy.
Yeah, for sure.
And I would much rather never see him back in this 2K community and him be happy.
Facts.
Like that I'm cool with that. Like, if I don't ever see another tape again, I can go on his channel and I can watch the old tapes and I can be like, yeah, that's my dude.
I think we should, like, I know you've already tried to do this, like, you've already started, but we gotta change the tone. It's gonna take more than you doing it. We have to change the tone of the community, bro, like, to a positive note. And like I said, bro, I'm gonna keep talking about this nigga's Eyeso Sorry's tape, bro. Like, that tape, it was really a testament for that, because it's like, it was one of the, bro, I'm telling you, it was one of the happiest tapes I've seen in a long ass time. Like, it wasn't even so much as happy, but it wasn't sad, bro. Like, we need more tapes like that, bro. For now on, I'm gonna tell everybody, stop dropping sad ass tapes. Drop you a nice positive tape, bro. Drop a tape of talking about how you're the greatest you could be, bro. Like, stop trying to, I'm depressed, I'm sad, bro. And stop, you know what I'm saying, fucking clips of Kakashi stabbing Rin in the chest.
Yeah, I'm saying, though, it's like,
this, bro.
But this is the thing, though. Like, we need to. This is what I tried to do, though. This is what I tried to do, though. And the worst thing is, though, is and this is the problem. It's the fact that, like, people think because, like, I have, like, these followers on this one fucking page, that it's like I have to be the person to say it. The thing is like, if I turn around and, like, say something like, yo, chill out. Like, if you see that, like, we don't have to get on somebody's neck because they've been toxic. What we need to do is all say to, like, all of us need to be, like, on that dude, like, yo, just chill, man, like, and just let him know that, like, this isn't the vibe. But the problem is, though, is like, and I said this in my video on my channel when I was talking about the Eyeso community as a whole, and my biggest problem is that, like, when I said what I said about that guy when he was being toxic to me, people was like, "Oh, you bugging? Like, you just, like, snapping on him, like, oh, he's just playing around." But then he did it to Quan.
Yeah, bro.
And it's like, we need to check people off rip. Like, if you see people being toxic, it doesn't matter if they're joking. It doesn't matter if they're just trying to play games. It's like, just turn around and say, "No, knock that shit off." Like, we don't do that here.
Damn, bro, that's what I'm trying to do, bro.
Because if everybody did that to that guy, then that wouldn't have happened to Quan.
Facts, bro. But the thing about it is, bro, I understand your position, because it's like, in the community, you kind of have to take a harder stand than everybody else. So if you see the negativity, I understand how you could just block that person. But that's the type of person I am. I'm like, if I see it, bro, I'm going to speak on it and try to help that person out, because at the end of the day, it's just unnecessary. It's like, it doesn't make sense, bro. Nobody wants to be dealing with that, and nobody needs that negativity in the community. It's literally just a big waste of everybody's time when you do some negative shit in the community, bro. It doesn't matter what it's about. It's a big ass waste of time.
Like, there's been moments where I've had to check myself, because, like, I've had to turn around and be like, look, I just need to step back, because I don't want to become that negativity that's there. Like, there's moments where I have to be like, right, I'm done. Like, I'm going to catch you guys in a few hours. Like, I'm done here. Like, y'all can have it. Like, I've done my bit for the day. I've retweeted everything. Like, I'm out. Like, because I can't. Like, my own peace of mind is so, and I mean this with all due respect, means so much more to me than this community does. Because I am not going to be that dude who ends up in a negative place because of people who I've tried to help.
Facts. You're not even getting nothing out of
Like,
this. It's like, bro, like you doing
yeah,
this
dead
shit.
ass.
You doing this shit basically for fun, bro. Basically just to help these niggas out, bro.
Well, it's just to help. It's
Just to
just to
help
help.
these niggas out.
Like, I haven't made a penny off of any of these dudes. Like, I ain't made it. Like, think about that. Like, how many tweets have I done with this on this thing? I mean, like, so on the community page itself, I've done, Jesus Christ, 29.8k.
Sheesh, that's crazy.
So that's replies, retweets, quote tweets, tweets of my own on the community page. So nearly 30,000 in the page was made in June 2019. So it's not even like, so it'll be 2 years in June. So it's like literally like a year and a half.
That's crazy, bro. I didn't even really. Oh man, that boy Jay came in with the raid, bro. Appreciate that for real,
Yes,
bro.
sir.
Appreciate that for real, bro. But yeah, I didn't even realize that it's only really been a year, bro. That's sad. Like, it feels like it's been so much longer. I think 2K does that for us though, because like 2K really makes the year seem really long, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Especially when the game is low. It's slower like this year, bro. No cap.
This is gonna be the longest year we've ever had, bro.
I swear to God, it is, bro. Cause shit, this year alone, it already feels like the game has been out forever. When it's really just came out last year November. Like it's crazy, bro.
And don't forget, we've got a brand new game. Like that's what we essentially got in November with the next gen.
Oh
We
yeah,
got a
yeah, yeah,
brand new
yeah.
game.
Yeah, that's
Like
facts.
it's not like we got like half a game. It's like we literally got a brand new game.
Yeah, but it just doesn't like. Yeah, I don't know, bro. Damn, bro. Damn,
Yeah.
man. It's only been a year and a half.
Literally June
And
2019.
it's
It says on it.
crazy because what's good, Jay? I appreciate the raid, bro. You a goat for that, for real, bro. But it's crazy because I look at myself as a content creator and I'm like, damn, I feel like I should be in a way better place than I am. But I ain't gonna lie, bro. Now that I'm looking back on it, it's only been a year and a half since that, bro. A year and a half ago, I had 130 subscribers, bro. I
Yeah.
recently just hit 4K, so I feel like I ain't that bad. You feel me? Like, but
No,
still,
no.
I feel like shit. The way that I don't know, bro. Recently, I haven't been grinding. Not gonna cap, cause it's like I got a lot of shit going on with school and all of that. But I really feel like if this game, bro, just give me a good 2K, and I swear to God, I will blow up, bro. And it's not even like,
I
bro, I'm just like that when it comes to like, I don't even have to be a good content creator right now, but I will learn and I will fucking grind my ass off until I become one of the best content creators, if not the best content creator. You just have to give me a game that could actually hold my attention.
honestly, what I would genuinely like. This is just my advice to anybody. Like, I genuinely think that what. So this is right. So like, because I'm gonna let you like ask a couple of things before I go if there's anything else, because like I'm gonna shoot in a minute. But like, what I was gonna say is the one thing like I'd give advice to any content creator right now in 2K, like per se, is just literally make content in whatever game it is. I don't care what game it is, because the thing is, right, is like because we have the ISO community, right, and this is something I'm thinking about doing. So like, I don't know if it'll happen, and it is what it is. But like, I might make the ISO community more broad, so that it might be more of a content creating community.
I like that idea.
That
That's not a bad idea at all.
that's something I've been thinking about recently. Because like I was saying, like I might be done here, and the reason why I say that is not because I don't want to fuck with 2K anymore, not because I don't fuck with ISO, not because I don't fuck with dribbling or anything like stupid like that. Like, I think that there comes a point where we, as a community, need to grow.
Yeah, but
And
honestly, bro, even if you walked away from this shit right now, bro, I can promise you, every person with common sense in the community can tell you, Jen, that you have done an amazing job of jumpstarting this community, bro. Like we like I don't know if we would be okay without you, but you have set a very good example of what a community should be, bro. So you've done your job.
I appreciate
You
that.
don't owe us
I appreciate
anything,
that.
bro. If you walk away from this shit, bro, we just gonna try to hold it down like you've shown us how we should.
I just think that we can do more. That's my thing. It's like I think we can do more. I think we can do. I genuinely think that the core amount of people, like the good people that we have in this community. You know, I'm not talking about like the Davises and G-Mans and Stezos and all the like the big dudes. I'm talking like us, like the core community that's here day in and out, helping each other, retweeting each other's stuff, liking each other's stuff, like commenting on videos and all that kind of stuff. I think that I'd love to see, like, that's why I'm so happy for Payne when, like, he was saying that, like, he might be done, like, as far as the 2K community, but, like, he's going to be part of another community. I was thinking, like, damn, like, imagine, like, because people do tag me in, like, their COD videos and stuff, and I don't retweet because I'm just like, I don't want to open that door unless I'm going to go all in on it.
Yeah, I feel that. But
so it's
right.
like,
it's not a bad idea.
So, like, it's one of those things that I've been thinking about. I don't know if I will, and I don't know, maybe I might do. I don't know. I genuinely don't know, but it was something I was thinking about. But I feel like right now, people need to make more content than just 2K. If they're not happy with 2K, if you're not happy playing on 2K20, if you're not happy on, you know, because it's all going to well getting views, but, like, comes a point where you don't care about views.
Yeah, facts.
Like you know, so if you don't enjoy making the content that you're making, then what the fuck does it matter if you're getting 10k views or 10 views? Because you don't care anymore. Like you're not having fun anymore. Like, you know, if you can't, if it's affecting your mental health, then just make other video game content. If it's your boys and you, like, you know, laughing and playing on fucking, you know, Storm 4, or if you're playing on, you know, fucking Xenoverse, or you're playing on Fighters, or you're playing on COD, or whatever you're playing on, just make the content and put it out. Like, if you just have fun, just if you're already playing a video game already today, record the shit and just literally edit it down to 10-15 minutes.
That's facts, bro.
And just put it out. Just put it out. Like,
a lot of people need to hear that, though, especially with a game like 2K21 Next Gen, where not only is the game not as good as it should be, but the community itself is not enjoying the game and not uploading content, not even watching the content that's being uploaded. You gotta be able to adapt. So if you did do that, if you did try to expand the community out to other games, bro, that would give people a platform to do the same thing that they do in the ISO community when 2K is not up to par. So that would be a good idea, bro. But the only thing about it is people have to be willing to expand, and I think a lot of people, as it is, even when 2K was popping, like, they didn't drop content. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
I agree.
It also has to be like you do your part, but they got to do theirs too, bro. But yeah, I like.
Damn, I missed 19. Damn, I missed 19. That's all. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I just missed the days of 19 where people were dropping, like, tapes every fucking day.
Facts,
and, like,
bro.
Like, 19 was the most, for me, 19 was the most fun time in 2K in a long time, because I just felt like everybody wanted to drop a tape. Everybody was dropping a clip. Everybody was learning a new cancel. Everybody was learning, like, a new kind of combo to combo out of. And I don't know, like, I know that some stuff was easy, and I know there was obviously bad parts of the game, but I don't know. Like, I miss 19. Yeah. But, so, but, like, if there's any other questions, like, just hit me now, because, like, I'm going to shoot in a minute, because, like, we've been, like, how long have we been going? Like,
basically 3 hours, bro.
Yeah, fucking, I'm saying.
Yet, bro. I don't think I have any more questions for you. Anybody in the chat got any more questions for Jen before we end the show, bro?
Yeah, like, I'm used to doing these long podcasts, though, because I used to do, like, an MMA podcast, like, a few years ago. So it's like, when I used to do that, I'm so used to just doing podcasts. It's like, yeah, I used to do one, like, I think it was like we do about 3 or 4 episodes a week when I used to do my podcast. So.
Bro, low key, you sound like you should be famous, bro. Has anybody ever told you that? You sound like you should be famous.
I don't know. I don't know. I think it's one of those things that, like, I've seen a lot of things, and I've done a lot of cool things, and I don't know. Like, I think, like, for me, I'm just, like, I'm at a point in my life right now where it's like, I think helping other people is, like, a cool thing for me to do. So
my boy Sacred said, we appreciate you for everything. That's facts, bro.
Nah, I appreciate that, man. You know what I mean? Like I said, like, I appreciate, like, the real ones. Like, that's what I'm talking about, because Like I need that energy because like when I'm doing my own stuff and I'm doing the clothing and I'm doing all that kind of stuff, it's like yeah, I don't know. Like I'm just trying to like show people there's more than just focusing on one thing and being unhappy. Like you can do other things.
Facts.
But I ain't running with people on 2K, so like I'm not doing that. like you have no idea like the amount of people that have tried to find my like IRL like PSN to like try and fucking fry my shit, and like that was like 2K19, and that's what like Steph told me there was people like he showed me screenshots of certain people that was trying to fry me.
Damn, bro, that's crazy.
That's why I'll always like have like mad love for like Steph because I remember him saying like this dude's trying to find out like from me what your PSN is so that he can try and fry your shit. Because remember when everybody was doing the hacking thing and stuff like that in 19, like that
Yep.
was a real thing.
Yep.
Yeah, people were like trying to pull people's IPs and stuff like that, and I was like, this is the reason why you never see a dribble clip from me. It's the same reason you never see like my PSN, like my IRL 2K1, like, do you know what I mean? Like, people know my Gin City one, which, like, whatever, like,
The only one
you
I've ever
know.
seen was I've only seen you on 2K during like caution ISO parks. That's it.
Yeah. There's the I over I one,
Yeah.
and then there's the Gin City X, and, like, they're the only two that people know of.
But yeah, bro, I don't think anybody else has any more questions.
That's cool, man.
But I definitely appreciate you coming through, bro. It's like this is one of the best podcasts we've done so far, bro. I mean, you can tell it's just 3 hours long. You feel me? Like